You guys, my microphone is not working. Hold the phone. Hold the front door. Un momento. Why is my microphone not working? Why is my microphone not working, you guys? Okay, now it still shows it's not working. What in this world? You guys, who's messing with my stuff? Yeah, you can hear me on my laptop, but not my thing, my microphone. Hold on, let me unplug this one more time. All right. Now is it working? Oh my gosh. I think it's working now. Okay, it says it's working. Hello, hello, hello. All right. All right. We're going to get started now. You guys, there is no cough drop in it, Morgana Banana. No cough drops are in it, ma'am. No. Hey, everybody. Hi. Sorry for all of the rigmarole. Thought that I had my life together, but you know what? It never fails. Today was not the day. Let me see. Hey, Chaloon. Welcome, girlfriend. Hey, Chaloon. Hey, Lauren. Hi. Hi, Henny. Aren't they cute? Chaloon, Henny, and Lauren. They're the cutest. Hey, Patricia. Henny says she's always diamond painting or crocheting, currently cross stitching while she's watching. That's nice. Patricia said working, doing project intake accounts, receivable, admin stuff. Tangled mess of hair. I miss my super short pixie cut when it comes to hair wash day, right? I know my hair is all kinds of man. All right. So I'm glad that you guys can hear me now. So we're gonna start straight into yesterday was a really good discussion about Alexee Trevizo. And I'm excited to get back into it today with you guys. So as I mentioned yesterday, we're going to discuss and watch the body cam footage and staff interviews. So that's the plan for today. I'm going to add this here to the stage. We're going to get right on into it. Okay. We're going to get right on into it. And let's go. Let's go. I don't think that there's any volume at first.
Officer, do you guys
Getting any volume?
Stop this?
Hold on. Oh my God. Hold on. I'm telling you.
I just asked you, baby, to tell me the truth.
Why am I not hearing it? It is not on mute. What in this world? Are you guys hearing it? I can't hear it. Why can I not hear it? This is going to drive me up a wall. I'm telling you. Mm-mm. You guys can hear the video. Why can I not hear the video? It's saying it's set on headphones on my computer, but it's not. Why is it saying it is? Why? I'm so confused. Sound settings. Hold on. Yeah, see, I'm still not hearing it. I cannot with today. Now let me hit play. Okay, now I can hear it. Oh my God. Something must have happened yesterday when I was messing with stuff. I don't know. But thankfully I fixed it. Okay. Well, I'm glad that you guys could hear it, but I'm so sad that I couldn't hear it because I was like, wait a minute. I gotta hear this. Patricia, I think that's kind of what was going on. Because it was saying something about my sure microphone. Okay. Let's get on with it. And whenever we get to like a lot of like dead space, I'll speed through. Okay. Does that sound good? So we don't waste time watching nothing.
We did a pregnancy test on her, showed positive. She was denying that she had sex. Then she said she had to go to the bathroom. She went to the bathroom. She was in there for quite a while. We kept knocking on the door. Finally, we got her to open the door, and there was blood and shit everywhere. She was cleaning it up. So we took her back to the room, and I was afraid that she knew she was pregnant. She had done something to herself. So the doctor started doing a vaginal exam on her. We had the lady come to clean the bathroom. She put the baby in the trash can, and then she put another clean liner over the top of it.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So they look when.
And I'm just going to say trigger warning really quickly. Let me throw the trigger warning banner up. Here we go. There you go. All right. And also, just let me say to you guys in the chat that if this gets to be too much for you, please step away, okay? I know that this is tough. This is tough stuff to hear, right? But sometimes we become so numb to, especially when you listen to a lot of true crime, you become really numb to things like this, but our brain still absorbs it. And even though on the surface it seems like we're numb about it and we can handle it and tolerate it, listen to it, watch it, sometimes I think it's good to take a break. So just letting you know that if you need to take a break, please do. Okay?
When they looked in there, there was no trash in there, but it was underneath the clean bag. The baby's dead. Okay, we have him in trauma too, but she killed the kid.
Yeah. How old was the baby?
I don't know. It's full term. She just had it. She had it in the bathroom. Was what happened, and then whatever she did, I don't know. She's gonna lie. She wouldn't tell us she's pregnant. She's been lying the whole time.
Okay.
So that's what's going on. I just pulled the doctor out of the room, so nothing's been said to the patient or the mother that's in there yet.
Okay.
I have Leela, the housekeeper. If you want to interview her,
Yeah.
she's the one that kind of found.
Yeah, because I wanted to get with you guys first and then get with her to get her statement before I even did anything.
Well, I'm the charge, and this is what has happened.
Okay.
You can interview the nurse that had her.
Okay.
The two nurses that were taking care of her. You can talk to the tech, which is Lori. She's the one that went in there and actually found it because Leela's like, this is really heavy.
Okay.
So when Lori went in there, and then of course the baby was underneath the clean liner.
Okay. Yeah, if we can speak with Lori.
Okay, I'll get Lori and I'll
So officer, the first thing though is I need to make sure that the mother.
Also, keep in mind, this is, if you look up here at the top, the clock says 2:41 a.m. So
The woman who delivered the baby is medically stable.
Uh-huh.
I don't know if she delivered a placenta. She's bleeding a lot. I just got her accepted to Loveless, so I need to get her.
I think he was talking to the head nurse and the charge nurse at that time, Morgana. Because I remember seeing this from another time, and I'm pretty sure he's talking to the charge nurse.
Up there as soon as possible.
Okay.
Okay, so how I need to tell her what's going on, and I need to tell the mother what's going on. The mother, and they're both in there together. Is one of you willing to be present for that conversation? Are you guys going?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go in right now and get this.
So we're doing that.
And then I'll make sure Leela comes down. All the other nurses and stuff are here, and I'll get Leela here. So she's in this shit. Hey, Marina, will you get Leela back down here? Marina.
I'm sorry, there's here. We discovered a dead baby in the bathroom.
Oh my gosh. I'm sorry. It came out at me and I didn't know what to do.
Lexi, I told you about this.
But it
I just asked you, baby, to tell me the truth.
was not crying or nothing.
What did you do to it? Okay, stop right here. Stop. Number one priority, guys. Number one priority. she just had a baby. I don't know if she's delivered the placenta. She's bleeding significantly.
Yeah.
I've spoken to the obstetrician at Loveless. They want her out there as soon as possible. I obviously need your permission to transfer her for medicals. She's
19.
Oh, you're right.
But she is a student too.
She's
No,
still
no,
19
you're
years old.
right. You're right. She needs to. I'm sorry, I forgot she's 19.
Keep out of me.
But you need to make sure that you're safe. I need to send you to Loveless to labor and delivery. Will you please agree to that?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, great. I'm gonna work on that. In terms, I'm sorry about this, but in terms of delivering a baby and it looked like you tried to hide it, we do have to have the police involved.
And nothing was crying. It came out with nothing.
I know, but the baby's gonna have to be taken for autopsy and there'll be an investigator and everything. I'm really sorry, guys. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, but we need to do this correctly. And I want to be transparent with you about what our steps are going to be. Okay. Officer, do you guys need to talk to her before we get her transferred?
How long is it gonna be before you have to transfer
I
out?
don't know. Are we working on?
Okay.
Marina,
So-
what do you think, 20, 30 minutes?
Yeah, hopefully,
Okay.
I got detectives on the way, so they're
Okay.
gonna be talking first.
Okay.
Mm-mm.
Do you guys have, I'm the charge nurse here. Do you guys have any questions for me?
Like how big is the baby?
It's full term.
What? 9 months? Nothing was crying. Lexi, have you watched the news of the girls that what they do to their babies and what they go to jail? Nothing was crying.
Any other questions? Okay.
So as of right now, like I'm gonna say this, we're gonna have the detectives come over here and they're gonna talk to you, okay? We have to gather some more information about what's going on. They'll get your statement, they're gonna get the doctor's statements, they're gonna get everybody's statements, okay? So I don't know everything yet, okay? So I'm not gonna tell you, I can't tell you nothing honestly, okay?
Look at the look on the mom's face.
Go to jail.
Right now, right now, she's being detained. So she's not.
Look at the look of the mom's face. And when she said, like right now, you can see the look on her face. And I'm sorry, I keep looking over this way. It's just, this is my chat with you guys. But over here is the video that you guys are watching. I'm watching it on the bigger monitor over here. But he just said she's being detained. And you can see the look on the mom's face right there. She's like, you know, Patricia says these hospital staff are saints. Alexee concealed a birth, and their first priority was how much she was bleeding and making sure she got the care she needed. And the family has the nerve to sue them. I know. And you know, right? That they just want to I mean, their whatever their oath is to do no harm or whatever, but you know that they want to. Mm, you know.
Not gonna leave from here at all, period. Now, I
I'm
we have
rewinding
to
it.
gather some more information about what's going on. They'll get your statement, they're gonna get the doctor's statements, they're gonna get everybody's statements, okay? So I don't know everything yet, okay? So I'm not gonna tell you, I can't tell you nothing honestly, okay? All I can
But
say
she's
is,
not gonna go to jail.
right now,
No?
right now, she's being detained. So she's not gonna leave from here at all, period, okay? So one of us will
Is
be
it in your custody? Like,
yeah, she's detained.
oh,
Yeah, she's not under arrest, but she is detained, okay? She's not free to leave. So while this whole thing is coming up, you're not free to leave, okay? One of us will be in here the whole time with you, because you're not gonna try to leave or nothing like that.
She
All right.
won't.
Like I said, the detectives will be here, they're gonna talk to you. I mean, your care is of the utmost right now, okay? They're gonna do what they need to do to take care of you to make sure you get stable. They get you transferred out or whatever. Like I said, the detectives are
She's looking at her right now like she wants to tar and feather her. You know what I'm saying? She's looking at Lexi right now like she wants to take her out back and whip her hind end. That's what she's like.
already been notified. They're already on the way. So they're gonna come talk to you. All right. So don't leave. Don't try to do nothing. One of us is always gonna be in here in this room with you, okay? Unless we have to step out for doctor's orders or something like that, because if they need to examine you or do something with you. But other than that, like I said, you are detained. You are not free to leave at this point. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Where was the baby at?
I don't know. I have no clue yet. Like I said, I just talked to the charge nurse. We're still getting all the information right now. Okay. Once we get that information, like I said, the detectives, they can clue you out on everything and talk to you more about it.
Okay.
All right. So. Do you happen to have an ID on you, perchance?
Yes, she does.
Okay. Can we get that, please?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Shiraz, good to see you. She says, we ain't got no money because I'm out here bouncing checks all over town. How are we supposed to pay for your hospital bill now and your lawyer? Right? Jeez. She doesn't look or act like a typical 19-year-old. Let me just say that, okay? I will say that. She seems very and looks very immature for her age, but I'm not giving her a pass on that. Greetings, sweet peoples. Hi, Shiraz. She looks an X15. Yeah, I agree.
All that information. Call it in. Not on radio. Okay. Hang tight right here with her, okay? I'll be back. Ma'am, could we get your ID also, please?
Yes.
So we can put you.
Yeah.
If you have anything, call me, okay? All right.
Can I step out? I'm gonna call my husband.
Yes, yeah, you'll be fine.
I'll be back. Can I come out?
Exactly, 7:30. Okay, could you do me a favor run these two, and add to the record call? Okay, it'll be,
I gotta let Poppy in.
whenever you're ready.
Where did you put the baby at? Tell me the truth.
517-836-460.
That came out of your toilet bag? You put it in the bag?
Yes.
In what bag? Why did you say anything to us? Do you want to get in trouble for this now? You could get in trouble for this. Baby.
Mom, all right, just give it time, okay? I'm gonna speak to the detectives whenever she's ready, okay? You ready for the second one?
She's asking her, hey, Kel, good to see you, babe. She's asking her, where did you put the baby? And she's like, it came out. It wasn't crying. I put it in the bag. And mom's like, what bag? And she says, the trash bag. Oh my God. I'm going to rewind it. I got to let the dog in. She's out here scratching on the bedroom door. Hey, everybody coming in. Welcome. Welcome. I know, Kel. I know. Kel says, who knows how long she would have kept bleeding if they had not found the baby when they did. True. True, true. Um,
Second one is 512. Give it time.
winding it.
Uh, okay.
She went out to make the call to her husband, but then steps back in and asks her about where she put the baby. So she's asking these questions right in front of a cop wearing a camera. Did I hear the cop remind Mom that the camera is recording everything? Well, I know that I can't remember. I don't know if that's what he said, but I do know that he said that she can tell all of that to the detective when the detective gets there. So he's basically like, stop it. Stop talking. Hey, Lee, good to see you too. Come in and take a break. However, this is not a very, not that any true crime is lighthearted, but this is a very harsh, case here. So you might be like, no, I'm out, but just giving you a fair warning. Okay. All right, let me hit the play button, and then I'm gonna turn my camera off and mute myself because Poppy is like ready to come in this bedroom and lay down because the children are probably driving her crazy. Also, husband is home early today. He got home early today, and he has tomorrow off and Friday off, the whole weekend because it's the 4th of July week. Yay. Okay.
I'm used to add to the record call. Okay, it'll be New Mexico DL, both of them, whenever you're ready.
Where did you put the baby at? Tell me the truth.
517-836-460.
Okay, my name is what bag? You put it in the bag?
Yes.
In what bag? Why did you say anything to us? Do you want to get in trouble for this now? You could get in trouble for this, baby.
Mom, all right, just give it time, okay? We're gonna speak to detectives whenever she's ready, okay? You ready for the second one? Second one is 512-401-333. Last three of that second one. The last three of the second one is 333.
Let's see. There we go.
Awesome, thank you so much. That should be all for now.
For me, like the gal came in there, the nurse just came in there and she's like, Lexi, here you go. And she's being very kind. Even though she knows what Lexi has done, she's being very kind. I don't know that I could be that kind. I don't know that I could be that kind. Just saying. And by the way, I'm sorry to keep interrupting, but the cat, I read Lauren's comment about the cat turning 4 tomorrow. Congratulations and happy early birthday, kitty cat. But the police officer's bracelet is very cool, you guys. It's like a police officer's bracelet, right? With all the black and then the one blue bead. That's a pretty cool bracelet, just saying.
I'm going to sit up. I'll be back, okay?
She looks scared and terrified. She should be scared and terrified. when she just gave birth to a baby in a bathroom by herself. That's enough to make anybody scared to death, right? But then she takes this beautiful, sweet infant, baby boy, puts it in a trash bag, wraps it up, twists it like you would a loaf of bread, puts it in the trash can, puts more liners in there with paper towels and I have pity for her because she's a human being, and my heart can't help but have not like this much pity. Because of what
I'm gonna lay you down and I'm gonna feel your belly, okay?
only because of what she physically went through by herself alone and the fear that she had to have felt. However, all of that pity goes right out the window when you know what I'm saying? Does that make sense? I don't have pity for her past that point. Past that point, there's zero pity from me. Mm. The cop turns and faces the wall whenever they're doing something, you know, so that we don't see anything on the body cam or that he doesn't have to see anything like under the blankets, you know. Hey, Margaret, did you have to go see about your eye holes? How'd that go? How did that go, Margaret? Margaret, sweet Margaret. Got her laying flat.
I'm gonna make this one. Or which side do you want?
I think they're going to do an ultrasound. Yeah, Lee, I'm not buying any mental illness from her. Mm.
Stay out of his way.
Not buying any mental illness. Hey, Michelle, good to see you. Good to see you back, ma'am. Chaloon says, I mean, what did she think was going to happen? I cannot wrap my head around her thought process, right? Told you I'd be back. Well, it's good to see you back, Michelle. Working, but gave 30 minutes. Yay. Yay, yay, yay. Well, today we're just going over the body cam footage, and I want to get into the staff interviews with the nurses and the doctor and stuff. So, but welcome back. Oh, you have 30 minutes. Okay, you on your lunch break? They're going to do an ultrasound, I think, to see if there's placenta left because she's having a lot of internal or a lot of bleeding. Oh, you're a hairdresser. Nice. Well, please don't look at my mop. My mop I keep on top of my head in a big old mom top knot. That's, there's the machine. My name? My name is Jenny. I live in a top knot too, Jaloon. Not lying.
Okay, so what I'm gonna have you do is I want you to put your legs down for me.
Absolutely, Michelle. Oh, and it's Jenny with an I. Just so you know. Jenny with an I. Right. Right, Shiraz. He's trying to be a little discreet, you know. My hands are always on autopilot, Shiraz. Yeah, I don't believe it was panic either, Jaloon. I think she I don't know. I don't know what her brain was thinking in that moment. Skipping through.
How much bleeding are you doing now? Not very much, it's not like you're.
Looks like he goes outside. The door to give him a little more privacy.
It's in that charm. I already got the bathroom, already got it secure, and I got the charm secure, so there's one in there, no point for. So, and the actual bag is in, everything is in there. So remember whenever we were coming out or we were here, it's just the lady came, my mom came out and said, hey, she needs to go to the bathroom. That's whenever she went to the bathroom. She wasn't in for about 20 minutes. After 10 minutes, they went and checked on her, hey, are you okay? She refused to come out, And then finally, when they told her, hey, we're going to open the door, she opened the door, and that's when she was trying to clean all the blood and everything up.
Trying to hear what he's saying.
Uh, Well, as long as we don't have to be in there, as long as because she can't go nowhere. So as long as she's somewhere here, that way she doesn't try to leave or anything like that. So now that the mom is gone, the mom's staying out. Okay. So once the mom tries to come back, it's like, no more. You're staying out. I didn't even know she left. Where's she where did mom go? She said she didn't call her husband. Okay. Well, from now on, she's not coming in. If she would have stayed here, she would have stayed in there. No problem. Not anymore. She's not coming back in.
Fun conversation. Having a fun conversation with her.
Oh no, she's not coming in. So, you have all her information, right, Alexee?
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead. Let me have it so I can put it all on the sheet.
It's like it's in Cat. I don't have like her ID or anything.
Okay.
Mom has like everything. So.
Okay. Well, always whenever you write it down yourself, and have everything too, because if they don't put it in there,
That's insane, Shiraz.
even though they say that they're going to do it, sometimes they don't. So always write down your information that you need and have it, and also that way they have it too. Okay. But like I said, sometimes if they don't put it in there, then you don't have it written down. You're like, oh, shit.
Ah, that's
So
funny.
situations like this where I think we'll just keep the IP until we have to like release them.
Yep, because detectives are going to need it too. Okay. So, well, like I said, that way too, if dispatchers put it in there and they can't look it up on the system. We actually can't. No, she's not coming in.
Some people are. It's a wonder. Some of these people can even breathe air, right? Steph, you're right, ma'am. That's pretty cool. That is genius. I agree. Ah,
Oh, Michael.
there's a lot of this while they're waiting on.
Have that.
Just going over like identification information, that kind of thing. So it looks like the ultrasound tech has finished.
Yeah, just hold on to that. Like usually when I do that, people are much better. Can you run all these people over for Ryan?
And see, like right there, Steph says, "Hi, Henny and Lauren." She said, "I've been here, but I can't listen to all the details because it's so heavy for me right now. So I was working and kind of listening." And so that right there is a perfect opportunity and another reminder. Again, if this is not something you can handle and tolerate, if it's too heavy for you, if it's too much for you, please step away. Go watch something else that is not, um, not as heavy, right? So just another good reminder. Thank you, Steph. Excellent self-care. Yes, absolutely. I didn't mean to put that back up again. Hold on. Thank you, Michelle.
Okay, next one will be the nurse, 035-834-736.
I wear it down every once in a while. Not very often. And I need to get it cut again.
Then you have Alexee in there too. The monitor. They show them their social security numbers like this. Okay. Pretty much extended it. There's nothing, I don't want to have them sitting there with her all the time. There's anything in there that she can harm herself with, like knives, scalpels, anything like that. I mean, we're gonna keep an eye on it.
I gotcha. I can. There's nothing crazy like that, but I can kind of
Yeah, the side.
pop that open a little bit.
Yeah,
Mm.
I hear ya.
I just don't want to be in there because I mean, it's bad.
So he was basically like, she's in there alone right now. There's no like knives or scalpels or anything she can get a hold of. And she's basically like, no, nothing crazy like that. But here I can like open the blinds a little bit so you can see in there. So they're apparently, worried that she at this point could maybe potentially do something harmful to herself. I don't know that she's given them any indication of that, but I think they're just trying to be extra cautious, right? What, Margaret? Margaret comes in saying, y'all, what? What, Margaret? People are already calling you about your resume? Ma'am, look at you. Look at you. Mm. She is a great catch, right? That's cute stuff. I like that. She said, "That's great. God closed a door and opened a window with a view." Mhm. Lee's offering a shoulder and a clean mind there. Oh, crack me up. And a ladder to get to the ear. Yeah, true.
Hey, Alexee. I know it's-
Well, Margaret, ma'am, anyone would be lucky to have you. They would be blessed to have
Right
you.
now, I
Just so.
cannot allow your mom to be here with you, okay? So,
I'm rewinding this because I was yapping.
hey, Alexee. I know it's kind of tough right now, okay? I know you're scared, I know everything that's okay. As of right now, I cannot allow your mom to be here with you, okay? So, once the detectives get here, then she may be able to come back.
Look at her face. She's like leaning way back, like, and he's just informing her that her mother is not allowed to come back in there. So
In here, but as of right now, I can't allow her to be back in here, okay? If you need something, we're not gonna stay in here, okay? Because I think it makes it worse that we're here anyway, all right, obviously. And I know you're scared. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna stay on the outside of the door, okay, as long as you promise me you're not, okay? Like I said, this is a lot, I know it is, okay? You're young, you know, I don't wanna be in here kind of adding to your anxiety and everything else, okay? If you need something, just push that button, okay? And then they'll come in there. They're on the way, okay? Okay, so as soon as they get here, they're gonna talk to you. I mean, the reason why, your mom, well, not yet. But I can't hear it yet. Yeah, once they get here, then it's up to the detectives to get out them if you can come back here. If they're okay with her coming back here, then you can come back here, okay? The reason why is because you're an adult, you're 19 years old. If you're a juvenile, I would gladly have it back in there, okay? But when you're an adult, I can't have you. So, if you have any questions, like say push that.
Can I go find some forms?
Yeah.
This is given us permission to transfer you to Blackness. Dr. Barry is gonna take them. You sign here. No, I don't think one more form. This is for the flight crew is gonna transfer you to that facility, so just sign the date. Today's the 27th. They'll be here for her in 30 minutes.
What?
They're gonna transfer her in 30 minutes.
Okay, I'll let them know. Okay, thank you. Okay, we're gonna be out there. If you need something, let us know, okay? All right. Let's do this.
Okay, yeah, I'm just gonna ask some questions.
Okay.
Hi there. My name is Marina. I'm the
Hey. No, I'm good, dude. I'm just telling you. Okay. Oh no, I figured that, but I just want to make sure that we know what's going on. So. Damn, I think it's like that.
you have all these other police officers that are coming in. And again, I'm gonna just keep skipping through until Yeah, like right here, it shows the cop go over here. Let's go over. Let's watch the cop make himself a cup of coffee. This is so funny. Watch. He's like, "Oh, there's coffee. Look." Hang on, dude. How much creamer do you need? Are you seeing the amount of creamer he's putting in that? Whoa. Do you want some coffee with your creamer? What? Hmm. We'll see him visit the bathroom, right? Hmm. Patricia says, "We don't creamer shame over here at the Crime Cafe." I don't typically. But that was a lot of creamer. Like, unless it was low and he kept having to like push it to get, like little bitty squirts of it in there. But I don't know, that will look like a lot of creamer, right? Mm. Michelle says, "Gotta go, y'all. 3 p.m. client. Nice to see you again, even if for 20 minutes." Well, I'm glad that you came and hung out. And thanks for dropping in. And hopefully we'll see you again soon. And if not, if we don't see you again soon, I hope you have a fantastic 4th of July and a great 4th of July weekend. Okay. Bye. Thank you, Michelle. So he drank his coffee, threw it away. Now he's like, "Okay, now I gotta go use the bathroom."
They'll still want to like get pictures of it, so you go secure the bathroom. They moved the big into this trauma room where they actually had the trash can, trash bag, and one of that secure.
I know they're talking about, because I hear trauma room, bathroom, trash can, but I can't make heads or tails out of what they're saying other than those few little words. And this is just police officer talk to each other. That's true, Shiraz. Wonder how they do forget that, or how often they do, if they do.
open it back up.
No, you're good.
Oh, okay,
No, you're
thanks,
fine.
Jeff.
I think the opposite was 19 also. Yeah. I think her last name was also Trevizo. Yeah. Like,
Oh, they've got another patient there in the emergency room that is apparently not having a good time.
Alexee, yeah.
Don't you love when that happens? Don't you love when you're in the emergency room because of something normal, some normal emergency, like you cut yourself and you got to go get stitches, or you're there because you got a massive sinus infection and you're running a fever and it's 2 a.m. and whatever, or you're taking your kid in for whatever emergency room situation. And then you have somebody that's in there just moaning so loud that the entire hospital can hear. Now, I hope that it's not a serious situation, right? But there's been many times when I've been in the emergency room and hear someone and it's obvious that they are like drunker than a skunk or higher than a Cooter Brown or something, Yes, you have a migraine that won't go away, and then you have drunk and high and mentally ill people yelling. Yes. Yeah. That's how it always is. That's how it always is. People are always yelling.
You're on. So that we got it. So what happened? We got it. Yeah, no, not till Texas get here, then they can allow it or not. So until then. I don't even see it. Huh? It's like, I don't even see it. See? Not much, Joe. Ain't you arrest that? How's it going?
All right.
Oh, I have to talk to her about that.
Would you like to talk about where she's going?
Oh, I have to talk to her about that. We just told her that she can't.
I got you.
Nothing back. I mean, once she gets taken or whatever, then.
I got you. I was just gonna let you know where she's being transferred.
Yeah, no, you.
Is that cool? Okay.
Yeah, no, you're fine. Just be careful what we're saying because
Okay, there, right down that hallway here, you can see it looks like the doctor is speaking to a police officer. He's probably the detective. I mean, I don't know, but
But I don't think
oh, you know what?
Yeah.
I just told a fib. I think he's another hospital worker. I'm so sorry. Let's not, he looked like a police officer in my, opinion, but apparently I was very wrong on that aspect there.
So definitely make sure on this one we get this report. As soon as we're done here, we'll get them out. It's all right. it's always something. Always something. When you tell me what you got, which I'm going to make a determination with. Exactly.
I'm skipping through. They're still standing there. I think waiting to transfer her to the other hospital. Okay, there's where the transfer happens.
Baby. Put the baby in the bag. Full baby. She had the baby. The full baby.
Right.
She's still in there. She's going to get airlifted out, transferred out for because she's still whatever she's got going on or whatever. So they're going to transfer her out. The housekeeper, I didn't talk to her too much. Just got a brief statement from her, got her information, and then the nurse had actually went in there, got the baby and opened the bag, and then they rushed her to the baby into trauma 1. And that's when they started working. So I got the bathroom closed off. And then I got the trauma room closed off because the trauma room, the housekeeper went in there because they called her to go clean it up. So obviously before she checked the trash can, she cleaned everything up. When she threw everything in the trash can, she looked it up, felt it was heavy, put it down, and she looked in there and that's when she saw the baby. And then, yeah. So then they took obviously the baby in the trash can, trauma 1, put the baby on the table, and then that's when everything
He literally just told somebody to zip. Did you see that? He literally just like told somebody to zip their, look, watch. This was cute. Watch this.
She cleaned everything up. When she threw everything in the trash can, she looked it up, felt it was heavy, put it down, she looked in there, and that's when she saw the baby. And then, yeah. So then they took obviously the baby in the trash can, trauma 1, put the baby on the table, and then that's when everything
It's like,
but other than that, so I got both of those closed off.
oh, that's funny.
Actually, we were here. When she opened the door, there was like shit everywhere. So they called housekeeping. Obviously, they didn't know the baby was in there.
The baby's still here.
Yeah, there's the trauma 1. That's why I
Probably need to go get an admission and stuff on the truck.
But yeah, like I said, the housekeeper cleaned up the floor and everything first, and then when she put all her stuff into the trash can. That's when she felt how heavy it was, and then she looked into it and just like.
So I'm gonna go get some stuff on the phone. So how many years is?
She's 19. That way we can have both of them in there. That way they won't go out and do stuff over there. Obviously, well, then once Mom left, I was looking at all this, and then Mom took off, and then we haven't allowed her back. So Mom's outside.
So she in there?
To look. Yeah.
Did you always get housekeeping info?
Yeah, I got everything. I already ran them. They're already in the system and everything. So we're also going to run down so that way, just in case. But I didn't want to question nobody too much because I didn't know what all the questions are going to have for me. Yeah. So I don't want to have to run through everything a couple times. Oh, yeah. Well, they said the way the baby was, the nurse said that like the baby was like when you put the baby in the bag or trash, you twist it to close it off, and then she wrapped it underneath.
See if we need to get turned on it, because she is stillborn, no charges.
Literally twisted it like you would a loaf of bread.
So you.
Huh?
Okay. All right, thanks. All right, bye. Yes, sir. Hi. I'm Marina. I'm the house supervisor.
I've met you before.
Yeah, I think so. You look familiar.
Yeah, quite a few times.
Yeah.
So, where we going next?
Yeah, sure.
Well, Detective Gonzalez,
Okay.
Fire Chief of PD.
Okay.
Can you just tell me from the beginning, like, what
So I can actually get the nurses that were involved and the housekeeper, because the housekeeper
Mhm.
and our ER tech are the ones who found the actual bag.
Okay. Where are they at?
Let me get them.
Okay. Can you just get the housekeeper first?
Yeah.
And your IT comes in at 8?
IT. There's somebody on call. Do you need camera? Or, we have security here.
I think that gal right there is the photographer. She's got the camera.
Oh, okay. Hey, it's Marina.
She takes pictures of the bathroom, but there's not much to see. There's the housekeeper lady. While I'm thinking about it, let me ask you guys, put a 1 in the chat if you are a weirdo like me and love to watch this kind of body cam footage stuff, or put a 2 in the chat if you're like, nah, not interested in body cam stuff. I personally love the body cam. But I'm also a very hey, Diamonds with Mary. Oh my gosh, it's good to see you here. Ma'am, how are you? I personally love to watch the body cam stuff because I have a very, like, whatever my personality type is, loves loves all the little details. I love all the little fine, like, I want to know all of it. You know what I mean? Um, I'm good. Love your loves. Mary, I didn't know that you'd ever even been over here, ma'am. It's so good to see you here. So good. I'm glad that you're over here. You're right, Patricia. I'm nosy too. I just love to see all of all the stuff, you know? I love body cam footage and I love the police interrogation videos and the police interview videos. I eat that stuff like candy. I mean, I love it. Hey, Lynette, it's good to see you too. Goodness gracious, I've got people popping in here that I've not um seen. That makes me super excited. Hi, Lynette. She says, "I love facts and video/audio allows us to decide for ourselves what's what." Yeah, I agree. I agree. Shiraz is like, "I'm a nosy witch." Kel says, "If this goes to trial, we'll have a really good understanding of what we're getting into." True. Lynette loves interrogations too. So do I. I love all that stuff. I love all that stuff. But hi, Lynette. It's good to have you here. And Mary, it's good to have you here too. That makes me happy whenever people pop in that I'm not used to seeing in the chat. All right, let's get back to this. Let's get back. But I'm glad to know that you all are with me on the body cam stuff. I love this like I love watching trials, right? I love it.
How about them?
Yeah.
Okay, there you go. Alright, that's some pictures.
Just let me know what you're from.
Oh, it's good to know,
Yeah.
Lynette. I'm glad that you found us over here. We're a small channel. I'm a small channel over here. But I'm glad that you found us. Patricia. She says if my mom drives past a cop scene, she turns around and drives through again while listening to her police. Oh my God, I love that. Oh, that's cute. I love that. Where is Miss King anyway? Is she here today? I don't know. All right. Mhm.
No, she doesn't.
So this gal's taking the photos. Let me turn this volume down. She's taking the photos here, but we already know that the gal there, oh, let me mute this or pause it. The gal there in the blue that's in the like um break room is you know, she got everything cleaned up because at the time they didn't know that the baby was in the trash can. So I know, Kel, you had mentioned yesterday about did they get the photos and all that. Um, they do get photos, but not um not the photos that they would have liked to have had, I'm sure. Um, Lynette says, I like that you don't have a zillion people chatting at once so we can talk to each other and share ideas. Yeah, I like that too. I do like that too. Patricia says, I'm my mom at this point too, Shiraz. I mean, yeah, I'm not that bad, but I do like me some video.
Everything, the floor, the toilet, the walls, and everything. I'm mopping everything.
Hold on a second. I'm gonna rewind it back just a few because I don't want to miss what the housekeeper's saying. That's the cool thing, Lynette, though, about small channels is that they don't the chats are not nearly as troll infested, and there's not a million people all chatting at once, you know?
But all the way up to where she left to go back to the room where came from the room where, and I got one mess. So I cleaned up everything, the floor, the toilet, the walls and everything. And I mopped and everything, the last thing I was gonna do was throw the trash. So when I picked up the trash, it felt like, cause I had looked in it, and just looked at it, and it had blood, so I had to clean it. So when I picked it up, I realized that it was like a little heavier than it would be with just toilet paper and a trash bag in it. So I looked in there and
Screen went black.
half of it still. I can shut it.
I don't know. At some point, he must have turned his camera off, but has the audio on because I can still hear the audio. So we'll go with it. I don't know. Lynette says, right, we can share some ideas and maybe even end up solving some cases. Hey, you know what? That would be amazing, right? I mean, that would be amazing. Or at the very least, watch justice unfold. Yes, I'm here for that. I'm here for that. Oh, you know what, Kel? Maybe that may be right. They may have redacted this part of the video, but left the audio up because they knew that it was going to be, you know, um, made public at some point. So you're probably right, Kel. I didn't think about that. Good point. I like that thought too, Lynette. I agree with that.
You're gonna take all the trash out from them.
I couldn't understand what she said. Me too, Lynette. Me too. Me too, Patricia. I could only hear the word trash, but I couldn't make out what she said besides that.
Oh, it's peaceful now. Is it all you have kids?
No, not yet. Not at all.
This is rough.
Do you?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, I've seen one.
I remember hearing this part in the last time I listened to this. They just kind of have a conversation about them having kids, you know.
Oh, it's peaceful now. Is it all you have kids?
No, not yet. Not at all.
This is rough.
Do you?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, I've seen one of yours.
Yeah. Oh, this sucks.
Oh, good job. It's my first dead body, so kind of sucks
Oh,
as
it's
a
a
kid.
baby.
Yeah.
And I'm not a baby yet. This is very difficult. But it's more difficult because I'm going to take my trash away.
You're not allowed to move anything.
Huh?
You're not allowed to move anything.
Nope. So anytime we're on the scene, the scene is ours, the body is not.
Oh yeah.
So I can't even like roll in and take pictures of his back and stuff until Mike gets here.
Okay.
Once they get here, I'll stop. So anytime we're on the scene,
Something else that you're going to find out about me if you haven't already. Everybody in here knows. I'm a serial rewinder. I rewind a lot. If I don't hear something and if you overhear something a couple of times in a row, it's because I'm over here rewinding. I can't help it. So I'm rewinding it right there because she said something about the trash again. And then it made me think whenever Shiraz says it sounded like, do you want to take the trash out for me? That I don't know if maybe she like wanted to take photos with the trash in it and then with the trash out of it, like the trash bin. Because the baby, I'm sure, is still laying on the emergency room trauma bed, you know. Um, lived through the era of cassettes and records. Yeah. Poor baby did deserve to be warm and protected. Yes, Patricia. Oh my gosh.
The scene is ours.
You're not allowed to move anything?
Huh?
You're not allowed to move anything?
Nope. So anytime we're on the scene is ours, the body is not.
Oh, yeah.
So I can't even like go in and take pictures of his back and stuff until overnight gets here.
Okay.
Once they get here, then I'll have to take more pictures. They'll roll them and move them around.
Where are they coming from?
Okay, she said something. I think she said that she was allowed to take pictures, but she's not allowed to move him or move things. So she said, like, I can't take pictures of his back until whoever gets there, then she'll have to take more pictures. So,
Probably caused that, I guess. So, this sucks. This is my first baby.
Is it?
Yeah.
oh my God. She said this was her first baby. Like her first time having to photograph a baby.
It was full time, like he would have been fine had she got to.
Yeah, she was saying that it wasn't crying, it wasn't doing anything, so, but.
Yeah, but she didn't have no idea either. I don't know. It's really sad. Okay. Well, I can't really do anything else until Omar gets here, so.
Okay, now the camera's back on. Yeah, and that's exactly what she was doing, Kel, because she came out of the room right there, out of that door, and that's where the trauma room is. If you guys remember when we watched the hospital surveillance video yesterday, it showed them rush the baby in the trash can straight across the hall into that room, and the bathroom is right there. Like we're looking at the bathrooms. So, medical examiner. Emmy is medical examiner. Yeah.
Getting ready to take pictures.
Well, if you want pictures of her or not, yeah.
I don't know. Yeah.
I lost his truck keys.
I should get it back.
Did I?
Think so. Yeah, what?
Those were my truck keys. I was in his truck. I just got back from Dallas yesterday. Oh, there we are.
I think they're,
Did you go in there?
She was saying.
that's the trauma room. Right there where he's at. Where he's peeking in the blinds, that's the trauma 2, which is where they took the baby. But they're getting ready to transport Lexi to the, what was the other hospital? Loveless?
Did you go in there?
Yeah.
It's so sad. He's a cute baby.
I've never seen the baby. She was saying, I guess they were gonna do a pregnancy test because she didn't know she was pregnant. And I was like, that's a big baby.
That's a big
I
baby.
thought it was not pregnant.
It happens though.
It's crazy.
My first one hit in my back until 6 months.
Well, that's what she came in for low back pain.
And I saw the mask. I was like, shit, we're supposed to wear masks.
Yeah, see, that's what I said.
That's really, I have them in the car.
They're talking about, she said it happens. She's talking about, I think that she's talking about not girls that don't know that they're pregnant.
They haven't been very walking. So. Yeah, but they said if whoever comes in, like the help or whatever.
Oh, yay, Lynette. Good.
Oh shit.
We call that working and lurking. I like that.
That's why I probably should look that up. I don't have a key to get in. Will you?
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah. I can just take mine.
just like, I want to get everybody involved. Is it there?
Yeah, he was with Cardona. We went to
Is it?
Carmichael.
Why?
One. He went to that slashing all the tires. Yes.
Is that who's in there?
Yeah, he was with Cardona. We went to an OD at Salos. He was in there, and we got the guy that OD.
I slipped and got put on the back of the thing.
I know I walked out on the porch and the way our house faces. I try to be out of the way.
That's why I tried to kill the picture.
Talk to Mika's for a minute. Looking good.
Just happened.
I love whenever cops do this. He's like, you're so and so's friend, right? Like they apparently don't know each other, right? And he's like, looking good. Oh, that's just so funny. Hold on, what's this? I just think it's cute.
Talk to Mika's for a minute. Looking good.
Just happened too. I was like, I want to say something to him, but I don't yet. So, but
Good. Yeah. Yeah, I started this job like 2 months ago.
okay. I thought you was heard that before.
Way back then.
We just opened up a place.
All right, let me, because they're just chit chatting.
This way.
She's asking for someone to talk to her mom. Now Barney's out there, so he'll come inside and go.
I think he said she was asking to talk to her mom. Okay. So they're getting ready to go back in the room. Lynette says she sells on eBay, so takes pics sometimes. I got you. I understand. I like to watch YouTube videos and throw my AirPods in and just do things, right? Lynette says, this is wild. Been following this case, but have never seen all this footage before. I remember watching it back when it first came out. But it's been a long time since I've watched it. So I'm glad to refresh myself on it, right?
Yes. Where I'm going.
Yeah, no, she already knows. Detective.
Is he going?
Yeah, she should be. Detective's up there talking with her right now. So, you have any other questions for us? Okay. I'll see how it is later.
Be a quick flight, unfortunately, this is the most comfortable thing in the world.
Anybody want to talk to me? Or is he outside? To me. Oh, they want to. Oh, okay.
And I'm skipping through a lot of the just blank spots, where they're just standing there not doing anything. Because this whole video is like 2 hours and 8 minutes. And then there's a part 2, I think, as well, if I'm not mistaken. Lynette said, I think mom is guilty of something, but I don't know what yet. We were talking about that yesterday. About the mom.
Oh, so yeah, okay. Alright, y'all been busy or no?
Did cardiac arrest earlier today. Went to Loveless from Hobbs earlier. Yeah, this is. I'll check the background. Crime scene log. So this one, I'm not sure if I can do a crime scene log. Should we? I don't know. I'll ask Barney to see if he wants one. She was fixing. You think we can more do it? On Roswell, right? Loveless. He said Loveless, Roswell.
Okay, so they're going to put her on the helicopter. So apparently, I don't know how far. Well, I mean, I'm assuming they're putting her. I don't remember if they put her on the helicopter or not. I feel like they did. Yeah, they're putting her on a helicopter.
The jacks were had to drive down the street. The jacks frozen out because they couldn't put them in. Oh yeah.
Okay, Alexee, so obviously you're getting transport, okay? So you're not detained no more. The detectives will be contacting you, okay? So they'll get a hold of you. So let me get okay. Give me a good phone number for you. Cell phone number. 3. Okay. They'll be in contact with you, okay?
Your feet go pretty much all the way up to your nose.
Yeah.
That's not too bad.
How long does it take you to do?
Depends on the way.
There you go.
Yeah, very important.
Talk to him. Okay.
We should organize a PR.
What's that?
We should organize a PR.
For what?
Taking some of the boys out for a ride.
And then
You're trying to make us stop.
Okay, now they're going to get back in here and some more discussion. After we get through this, I want to get to some of the interviews. Oh God, that was noisy.
Cool, thank you.
Man, you see a jacket.
This guy's got at least a decent idea of what's in your mom's room. Cold out there, but you're wearing a jacket. Just get with Barney. Stay here, help him out, and then I'll go take care of him. I'll wait for it to open and shit like that.
I know, me too. The problem
Where's he at?
He's in there talking to the charge nurse. LMI's coming, so just waiting on them. Really, how I'm call
Okay. Did you want her ID? Did you want her ID? Driver ID.
Whose ID?
The girl. That's your
No.
No. Okay.
She's already gone?
Yeah.
Shit.
Guys, here we go.
That's a problem. You know that.
What?
Can you check this? Here. Yeah, I was told to keep it in circulation for you.
That's that where the flight machine is also. Yeah.
Are you going to interview her in 2 days? Yeah, we could get her in. That's probably the best thing, or give it to the mom, but she's 219, I don't know. She lives with mom, won't give it to mom. I did a math for a bunch of
So they get here, the body's not ours, it's always just the same. So. Yeah, let's take a minute, take more pictures, and we'll load them up and interpreting and send them come together.
What does all I do?
They just have to come and just verify that he has passed and all that. It's just kind of a, I don't even know. They bag them, get them ready, call it in. They call Albuquerque because they're going to send him, definitely going to send him up for autopsy. But they're the ones that kind of make the decision if they go up or not. I don't know what to do with that. They should be there by tomorrow.
This is your first dress again? This is your first? Yeah.
All right. So hold on a second. Let me see if I can locate. Hold on just a second, you guys. I need to look and see. Okay, so this was just another view of it. Hold on. X out of that. Okay. Here's let me share this tab here. This is a body cam of when one of the police officers comes in and talks to the mom. And you can see here in the background in these two chairs, the guy with the curly hair and a gray or white looking hoodie is the boyfriend of Lexi. He's the baby's father. The gal in the orange hoodie is his mother. All right. And then you've got Lexi's mom here. And then behind her, sitting in a chair, you can't really see him right now, is her husband, which is Lexi's, I believe, stepdad. I don't think he's her bio dad. But hey, Elizabeth, what are you coming in? You trying to scare us? Boo. Boo. All right. Let me hit play on this. So we'll get a little bit more insight to mom's frame of mind.
Is this your family?
Yes.
Okay. I'm Detective Gonzalez, Chief of Police Department. What questions do you have for me right now?
What's gonna go on? Like, what can I be with her?
She's getting life flighted out right now.
Okay,
So they're taking her right now.
okay,
I haven't spoke to her at all.
okay. So like, what's gonna go on? Like, what's gonna happen with her? Like,
So she's gonna get treatment before we even talk to her because she needs to be stabilized. So
Mhm.
that's why she didn't life flight it out.
okay,
Once she gets stabilized, we'll try and talk to her. The baby's gonna go up north for autopsy.
mhm,
More likely it'll be done within the next day.
Is she gonna get tanked after, like she?
And see, here's this another sad thing is you got this kid, the guy, the baby's dad sitting over here just stone cold faced. Like, you can't tell me that he didn't know, right? Because I don't believe that she didn't know. But the boyfriend is just like, I mean, he just looks completely meh. Oh yeah, he knew. Hi, Brittany. Welcome. Lynette says that woman is the main reason her daughter has such fear and anxiety with telling the truth. I mean, she did look like she was afraid. I mean, obviously. But the boyfriend knew that she was pregnant. And he's just sitting there like, if my child, my baby, if I had just found out that my baby had died, I would be inconsolable, right? But yeah. Mm-mm-mm. Elizabeth's ready for spoopy season. In other words, spooky. She's ready for Halloween and scary things. She lied to the very end about not being pregnant and still being, I know, still being a virgin. Come on, ma'am. You were not.
Released? How?
Get what?
Like, are y'all going?
More likely it'll be done with
I'm rewinding it a
the baby's
few.
gonna find treatment before we even talk to her because she needs to be stabilized. So that's why she didn't let it out.
Okay.
Once she gets stabilized, we'll try and talk to her. The baby's gonna go up north for autopsy. More likely it'll be done within the next day.
Is she gonna get tanked after, like she's released? How?
Get what?
Like, are y'all gonna take her to custody or anything like that? Like,
That depends on what the DA finds. We have to wait for the autopsy to come back to see what happened because right now with how everything happened, we're going to do an investigation, get more information from the OMI, Office of Medical Investigator up north. And with that, we present that to DA, see what the DA wants to do with charges, if any at all.
Okay. So they already took her out.
No, she's getting life flight. She's right now being set up to go to the.
What happens?
What do you mean?
When the DA makes a decision on that?
It should be pretty soon.
So they're worried more about her getting in trouble. The DA, is she going to jail? Is she this? Is she that? And ma'am, your daughter just gave birth to a whole baby in a bathroom. Like, your first question should be, how is she okay? How is she? Is she all right? Can I go be with her? She never once, exactly, Lynette, never once asked about the grandbaby. Like, she's kind of even skipped over the whole autopsy. I mean, I was waiting on her to be like, why do they need to do an autopsy? The baby was born stillborn or something like that. I don't know. But regardless, I mean, her child just had a child. Yeah, she should have love and care for the grandbaby. Obviously, it's a grandchild, but she is apparently not. You would think she would at least, you know, be asking about her daughter. Thank you, Morgana. Yeah, give us a thumbs up over here if you're popping in and you're new. We would love for you to stay and subscribe. Hit the notification bell. Come hang out with us at the Crime Cafe. It was all about the jail and the law part That's kind of how I feel. And the stepdad's over here asking. I mean, his first things out of his mouth is talking about the DA.
Make a decision. Because with the age of the decedent, they usually expedite autopsy reports and such. With normal people that pass naturally at home, takes a couple months for us to get reports back. Stuff like this, we'll get it back pretty soon.
Okay.
So
Still moving, they don't know.
They
We
don't know yet, babe.
we don't know. That's why he'll be going up north. Has y'all's information been taken yet?
He took my driver's license. He took her driver's license.
Okay.
My phone number. My phone number. Yeah.
So, even though she's of age, if she's not available to be contacted, can we put you down as next of kin for all my? Okay. And you'd be grandmother?
I'm mom.
So you'd be
I'm
the
her mom.
you'd be the decedent's grandmother.
Yes.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure.
So that's her boyfriend.
Mr. Boyfriend, do you have a driver's license?
Mr. Boyfriend. Mr. Boyfriend. That was cute. They're all kind of looking at each other like, I mean, the mom's pointing fingers. She's like, and that's the other grandma, and that's the boyfriend. You know, if I'm in trouble, they're going to be in trouble too, yo. Everybody in this room's going to be in trouble. Don't be just pointing fingers at me, you know. And he's like, you're grandma. And she's like, no, I'm mom. Ma'am, you're also a grandmother. Don't forget, you have a grandchild that is now deceased at this hospital, who's going for an autopsy. And all you want to care about in this moment is if her daughter's going to jail. Never mind the fact that her daughter is currently in a helicopter being transported to another hospital to be cared for because she just had a child.
And is the address on the driver's license?
And you guys, I keep saying that about her daughter just had a child. So what I'm trying to say is, let's just say she didn't know that Lexi was pregnant. And so this is news to her. I can understand that it's like, oof, this baby was literally just dumped in your proverbial lap, so to speak, right? Like, poof, here's a baby. But your maternal gut instinct would be first and foremost your child, right? Her daughter, Lexi, who just gave birth, again in a bathroom alone. It just all feels very weird. They're all very cold and callous.
Determining what all my does, if she's still in medical and they do release the infant back, it'll have to be released somebody. That'll be up to all my who they determine next of kin is. Maybe the parents, but maybe you, okay? So that's where we're going to get everyone's information.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just going to run your name through the special on the radio, okay? So I'm just going to call them.
I know, right, Kel? So much dysfunction. It's like, where are get your brains out of your hind ends. I don't know. No, like.
Hey, Houston's off 7:15. Are you on APD? For the AGH call, can you run 1 OLN at New Mexico? It's 517.
Right, Margaret. You're right.
All right. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Oh, you as well.
Mm.
Here we go. Thank you.
Could I, as soon as they're done with her, like if everything's okay, will I be able to bring her home with me?
Yes.
I will,
Yes.
Okay.
I don't know where she'll be going.
with me to
No,
my house. I mean, like,
when she gets life
Oh,
flighted. I
okay.
don't know which one.
they told me Loveless.
Regional.
Yeah,
Loveless Regional.
yeah,
That's my card. Get a
Okay.
hold, keep a hold of me.
okay,
So if she stays at Loveless and then she gets released, she can go back to y'all.
okay,
And
If she gets
I'll be in touch
released.
with you to try and set up an interview with her.
okay.
Would y'all mind talking to me later when y'all are okay?
Yeah, I was with her. I know she talked to him for a while on the phone, and then she came to me. So I've been with her the rest of the time.
Today?
Mhm.
Okay. So what did she come here for that she told you?
She told me she had back pain.
That's it?
That's it.
Okay. Has she been having back pain before?
Yeah, she's pain for her and her hips is no. I mean, she was born with like her. I don't know. It's like crooked.
Her spine?
Okay, because my ex-husband, he hit me. He beat me whenever I was pregnant with her. So she was early. So she had some problems with her hips. Like I always had to take her to chiropractor to get adjusted because she couldn't use, like, she was always getting constipated. Like she had to get lined up, whatever. So, I mean, I've been taking her to chiropractor because I always thought, well, this time, I didn't know. I honestly didn't know she was pregnant. I didn't know. I just thought, like she said, I had back pain. Mom, my hips are hurting me. I think I need to go to the chiropractor. I said, okay, let's go tomorrow. But she was like in really a lot of pain, and
When did it start?
Wow, Margaret.
Like the pain.
Yes.
Yesterday she said it was really bad, that her hips were hurting and her back. And then last night we're on the phone together and she said her hips were hurting bad. I asked her if anything else was hurting, and she said just everything. And
He's not even
she
looking
was
at the
asleep.
cop.
but she's a cheerleader too. So
See,
she's big in cheers. They have cheer competition.
she's a cheerleader, so she's gonna have pain. Blah blah blah. Basically, what mom's saying. The boyfriend won't even look at the cop. He's looking away at a sideways downward position because he's trying to make sure he doesn't say, "Oh, she said she was going into labor."
She works out. I mean,
And she's been
so-
active this whole
yeah,
time?
she's been active this whole time
And who does she live with?
with me.
So
Her parents are with us.
Oh.
Yeah, 'cause she's in school. She's a senior. So,
And how long have you all been together?
Almost 2 years.
2 years? Okay. So I'm not trying to be rude to you, but you are more than likely will be the father? Okay.
yes.
It's-
No, I get it.
See, that's what I think it was Michelle and someone else in here yesterday was saying that mom had been in trouble for things. I don't know what, but I'd like to know what. Lynette says Margaret, zero excuse to have a child in a hospital and unalive it right there when she had all the equipment and people to help her. 100%. Yep.
We get
Sometimes
it.
it happens. So with everything that comes with that, gets a little shaky when it's newborn, stuff like that. But with like death certificates, stuff like that, interpreting his sons, if you choose to use them, we'll be the ones to help you get those. Other than that, because that's all really you'd need, and they can help you with the afterlife care. Okay.
Mhm.
Do y'all have any questions for me right now? Okay. You have my number. You can. That is my work phone. If you want to text me
Okay.
or call me, I have my email on there as well. Okay. Sergeant and I got your information right.
Yes.
Okay. Let me give you my card too, so you can give me a call. All right. just because I want to make sure everyone stays updated, okay? Like I said, I don't know. There will be charges that will be up to the district attorney's office, if any are even done, okay?
Okay.
It's too early in the game to know right now.
Okay.
So we're just gonna do the initial investigation with, I was on the phone with our dispatch, so all mine will be here in 45 minutes. It's one of their field agents.
Okay.
And they're the ones, so in the state of Mexico, we're not allowed to touch anybody that's passed.
Okay.
They're called a decedent. They're the only ones allowed to actually handle somebody. So we wait for them to even do anything. So hospitals allowed to do it because they do care, life-saving efforts. Whenever life-saving efforts cease, no one's allowed to touch them. So we have to wait for them to show up
Okay.
before we even start that side of stuff, okay?
Okay.
So she's getting life flighted out. We'll talk to her later.
Okay.
That's if she even wants to talk to us, if she chooses to, because she still has her constitutional rights.
Should I get a lawyer for her? Should I?
You can, that's your choice. I can't tell you what to do. That's something that y'all as a family have to talk about, okay?
Well, mom, we would talk to her over in Roswell,
Yes.
but that girl right here, they won't let her.
Yeah, they wouldn't
She's
let us.
Yeah.
she should be gone by now.
Okay.
So that's with the helicopters coming in, they want nobody near it so that way you can't
Yeah.
mess with anything. Because if any of their vitals go off, they'll stop it.
Yeah.
Which could be an issue for if they need care immediately. So that's why whenever someone gets life flighted, they should cut off every contact with the family.
Okay.
Because they're making sure she's getting set up to get transported out.
Okay.
So that's why they tell you leave.
Yeah.
It seems very harsh, but it's because with the flight nurse, the flight doctor, they have to make sure everything stays constant.
Okay.
So she should be gone by now because she was already getting prepped whenever I came out to y'all.
Okay.
So with that, like I said, she'll be leaving. We'll stay here with the decedent and go from there, okay?
Okay.
So once she gets to Loveless, it's up to Loveless if they'll let you back there.
Okay.
Because she is of age, so
Mm-hmm.
with COVID and how everything goes, it just depends, okay?
Okay.
So if before you make the drive, I'll call, see if that's available,
Okay.
and just let them know what's going on, and we'll just let your family and that if it's possible.
Okay.
All right?
Okay.
Okay. Margaret, there's another one. Not in this video she didn't, Kel. And I don't know if she has, I don't know. I don't think she did. Hold on a second. I'm trying to find. Mm. Hold on a second, you guys. Thank you for being patient with me while I try to find this other video. Hold on. Okay. I'm looking for. All right, let me go back over here and type in. I thought I had these all pulled up and ready to go, but for some reason my yeah, did they deny her parole, Elizabeth? Uh, hmm. Oh, she's trying to get her a sugar daddy. Oh, Lord have mercy. Okay. Okay. So here we have that's not the one I wanted. I wanted the housekeeper. Okay. Open. Hold on, you guys. This is the one I want. This is the one I want. Share this tab. All right. This is when they interview the housekeeper, okay? Oh wow, his son just turned 37, Margaret. Isn't that crazy though? I mean, oh, her parole hearing is November the 4th. Okay. I saw something blip up about her on my Twitter today, but I didn't pay attention to it, and I think I was still asleep whenever it popped up on my Twitter. But these two are getting ready to interview the hospital housekeeper. So this gal is the one who found the baby. Okay, they turned the volume on here in just a minute.
Hi, ma'am.
Hi.
Hi, Miss Lewis.
Hi.
How are you doing?
Good.
No, I'm good.
Okay, thank you.
I'm just a mentor.
I'm Leah Lewis.
Nice to meet you.
Everything's awesome. I met you the night of.
Yes.
Um,
Let me turn off my phone.
it's okay.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, can you tell me everything that happened on January 27th?
Okay.
Like your involvement from
The time I was called.
Also, keep in mind now the date on this. This has been like 3 months later. So this wasn't like this. She gave birth on January the 27th, and this is April 25th. So this was literally like 3 months after the fact. I don't know why they waited. I mean, I'm sure that they got statements, right? While they were there. But anyway, I'm just letting you know that this interview happens about 3 months after.
yeah to the end.
Okay, I was called and to go clean the patient's bathroom in ER. around, I can't, maybe 2 o'clock or so, I think it was the time, I'm not too sure. So when I went in there, it was a gory, bloody massacre mess.
Could you describe it if possible?
Yeah, there was blood everywhere. There was blood on the floor, on the wall.
Do you remember which wall?
The one behind the toilet, and then the one on the side right here. You know, there's the one where the toilet sits, back of that,
Yeah.
and then on the side,
Where the call button is?
yeah,
Okay.
and on the floor everywhere. I mean, it
Was it like this is the bathroom, here's the toilet and the sink, then here's the door. So was it just like this, or
actually, it was all over the place, all over the floor, because even when I was going into the bathroom, there was blood on the coming out of the bathroom on the floor.
okay,
So it was everywhere.
okay.
So there's blood coming out of the bathroom? Do you
Yeah,
know how far it went?
footsteps.
Okay.
I think they were the person that was in there, her footsteps, as she was coming out. Because I was like, oh my gosh, you know, I mean, it's even out here.
How far out did you have to clean to get it?
From the outside,
Yes.
right by like around the water fountain,
Where's the water fountain at?
right there.
Oh, right next to the restroom?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, if it's on the left.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it went out to the water fountain. Did you have to clean like the hall or anything at all?
I mopped up that area right there.
Oh.
And was it footprints?
Yeah, it was.
Was it footprints in the hall?
Yeah, when, you know, I guess she stepped on it, you know, and then walked out with it, and then their socks were wet.
Okay.
But it wasn't all the way to her room or nothing like that. It was just right by the water fountain.
So just footprints in the hall to water fountain?
Yeah.
Okay. And what else happened?
Okay, then I went in there, and then I started cleaning. I started first thing I did was I started mopping, because we can't be walking around on that blood.
Okay.
So I started mopping, and then I started after that I started wiping everything down. That I went to the toilet, you know, and I cleaned the toilet, and then I got everything. I had to do everything like twice because it was, you know, bad. I wiped down the walls and everything. And after I did all that, I usually throw my trash first, but for some reason that night I had to clean the floor up and everything else. And when I went to go through the trash, I felt that when I picked up the trash and I looked in it, there was trash in it, but I knew that it didn't feel like when I picked it up, it was some weight. So I thought it was the trash bags, because we put the trash bags on the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
And so I started getting the trash out. And then when I did that, I seen that there was a baby in there. And that's when I freaked out.
Bye, Lynette. Thank you for coming and hanging out with us today. I hope that you come back. But thank you for joining us today. I appreciate it. It was nice to meet you. Yes, Patricia, nice to meet you.
Out, and I called Lori and HT, or the nurses up front, and because there was a baby in the trash. And the baby, when I looked at it, the baby was wrapped up like in a, you know, like at the bottom of the trash can, and with trash on top of it, in a trash bag.
And so how did you see it like as soon as you picked it up?
No, after I picked up the trash bag that was on top, you know,
Okay,
where
so
they were throwing the trash at, when I picked that up to change it, that's when I noticed that there was, when I seen the baby.
Okay, so you lifted the liner and then saw
Yeah.
baby, okay. And I know it bugs you, but can you like describe the baby?
Yeah, he was about that big. He had
Wow.
hair, and he was like purplish, but still not like pink. You know, I don't know how to describe it. You know, he was like, he wasn't bruised or nothing like that, and he was like purple, pink skin type color.
Okay.
How was the bag? How was the bag placed, or what?
It looks like she wrapped it around like that, and then wrapped it like under him, and then put him on the bottom of it.
Okay. And was the baby moving at all?
No.
Okay. Did you touch him at all?
No.
Okay. And so you said you called HT and Lori?
Yes.
Okay. What happened? What did you see after that? What did you do?
Okay. When all that happened, I moved the trash can. I told him that there was a baby in the trash. I could barely talk at that moment. And so then they took over, and I left. I mean, I went up to the nurse's station,
And
and then they called the doctor and everything and all that stuff.
after that, did you have any contact with the baby?
No.
Okay. And then what happened after that? After you went to the nurse's station?
Oh, I went over there with the baby.
What did you do? Like,
I just stood there and I was freaking out, and everybody was, asking me what's going on and whatever. And I didn't go back over there where they were at.
okay. And then, was that whenever I showed up, or?
Yeah, that was about the time you showed up.
So you were just at the nurse station until I showed up and talked to you?
Yeah, well, after that, I went back to EVS, to the department I work at.
Okay.
I went over there and trying to get away from that for a moment. And I went there for a little while, and then they called me and told me that you were coming in, for me to go wait in the ER.
Okay.
And that's what I did.
Okay. And other than this, is there anything that I asked you that I haven't asked you that you think I should know?
No, I think it's all.
I think that's it? Okay.
Yeah, if I can remember something, I'll write it down. That way I won't forget.
All right. And Great Chair, Cynthia has my contact information, so if you need to call me, and there's his card as well, you can let us know, okay?
Okay.
Are you doing anything to make sure you're okay?
No, I'm not doing anything right now. I thought maybe I could do it on my own, but there's some days that are harder than others. So when I feel that way, I feel, see, I just went through a trauma in 2018. My boyfriend in Carlsbad blew his brains out in front of me. So he committed suicide.
Oh God.
So I was traumatized
Jesus.
over that for a long time. And then now this, so it's kind of, sometimes I have a problem with it.
Jesus.
And I don't know if you're a churchgoer or, I don't know what faith you are, but sometimes that helps as well.
Yeah, in fact, that's what helped me with my boyfriend. The churches.
Right.
That's what I turned to.
So
because I was looking for answers, and there's no way I could ever find out why he did it, because he's not here to tell me.
Right. Well, I'm sorry for that. I'm sorry for your loss.
Thank you.
I really am.
So,
but please try to get somebody to talk to, because it'll eat away at you. I promise you, and just get some sort of closure for it. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, like talking to friends, family,
Mm-hmm.
like going to the church and just talk to them. Don't even talk to them about what happened. Just say like, hey, I have some stuff. Can I just talk to you about anything?
Right.
If you're Catholic, just go to the priest and say, I need to talk. I don't need you to help me. I just need you to listen and let me get it off my chest about what trauma I went through.
Okay.
Because, just getting it out in the open,
right.
Because I know you're mad. You're mad that your boyfriend did what he did. You're mad that he's gone. He's mad. You're mad.
Mm-hmm.
So getting that out, saying I'm mad, and talking to a priest or a pastor, whoever,
right,
will help you. Trust me, because I've been through that. I lost my son in 20, and I've done lots of that.
Right, and and I was, because I didn't know why he did it. He didn't ever show any signs or anything like that. So I'll try to look for answers, and I'm never going to find them because he's not here to tell me. So that's what my main problem was. I needed to know, and that was making me go crazy.
Well, there are like survivor groups here in town and just around that you can talk to.
Yeah.
People like in your shoes.
Gosh, I feel like these two detectives have taken us to church today. Sheesh. I don't remember that part of the interview of her saying what happened with her boyfriend. I don't remember that. That like took my breath. Have a good day, Elizabeth. Have a good day. Love you. You have a fun and safe 4th of July too, man. I know, Margaret. I know. She says, I'm sitting here feeling bad for losing my stupid job. Then there's this. I know. Don't feel bad for losing your job. I mean, don't not feel bad is what I'm trying to say. You're allowed to feel bad that you lost your job. It's okay. That's a totally different kind of feel bad than than this, you know? They're not comparable, I guess is the right word. But yeah, I get it. But you're allowed to feel bad. Don't jump on yourself for feeling bad. Don't do that.
Is that somebody's left them behind that they don't know.
Right.
But it's good to have people that you can relate to and talk to that won't judge you.
Yeah, for sure.
So I would like try and find them that you work at the hospital. Maybe they have stuff that they can help you with.
Yeah, they have behavioral health here.
Right.
And
You know what's funny right now? I just noticed this. Look at his watch. His watch, the SIRI is listening and talk to texting everything on his watch that is being said. I bet here in a little bit he'll look at it and be like, "What in the crap is that?" He probably sent some wonky, big, massive text to who knows, right?
well, when all that happened, I had to see a psychiatrist and some therapy, and the therapist put me on all kinds of medication. I was like a walking zombie, you
Right.
know, and I didn't want to feel that way anymore.
Mhm.
And I needed to come out and do something for myself because he was the main provider. I had to come out and work because how was I going to survive?
Right.
So that's when I came here and I applied, and they gave me this job that I have now. If it wasn't for them, I don't know what I would be now. I mean, the hospital has really helped me out.
Good.
And so they offered me. When I applied, I told my situation. I'm like, my therapist didn't think it was a very good idea for me to work here, but I'm going to give it a chance because she said that I could probably have a relapse if I were to see like a lot of blood and a lot of said, let me give me that chance and see if I can. So I've been here 4 years now.
Good.
So it helped me out a lot. But yeah, there's all they have a lot of help here, like with behavioral health and everything. But I just wanted to get off of that medication, and I did it myself because I didn't want to feel that way anymore.
Right.
But I had to face reality.
Nothing wrong with that.
So have we asked you, have we had not asked you anything that we should ask you, or do you have anything that?
No, I think y'all asked me
Okay.
everything. And like I said, if I remember something, I'll write it down
Yeah, just let us know.
and let you know and call you and tell you about it.
Yeah, nothing wrong with
Okay.
that. And just like I said, talk to people, talk to friends, talk to family. If you go to church, talk to your priest.
Okay. Yeah.
All right, it'll help.
Okay. Yeah, and then with this, just talk things off for me. So.
Right.
Yeah, just shake it off, take a deep breath.
Okay.
One day at a time, okay?
Okay. Well, thank you guys. I appreciate it.
Thanks for coming in. I appreciate you coming in.
Thank
You're
you,
welcome.
Thank you, man.
Okay, you're welcome.
Prayers will be with you. Okay, here's your phone.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Uh-huh.
Those are a couple of really nice guys. That was pretty good. All right, let me exit that out. Very nice lady, right? I agree. Let me see. Got that was the housekeeper. And then there's we have a registered nurse here. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. All right. And you guys, I didn't even realize this. Hold on a second. You know what? I need to do something real quick. Hold on a minute. Copy. Hold on. I did not realize. This is I'm gonna put this in the chat real quick. Hold on. All right, there's I thought that these were all like law and crime or like news outlets, but it looks like a lot of these interviews are popping up on a channel called True Crime Anna Eli. I'm gonna put her link or their link. I don't know if it's a guy or a girl or but I'm gonna put their channel link here in the chat. So you can go check all of that out. Check their channel out. They've got a lot of different Alexee Trevizo videos that are mostly all, it looks like, yeah, it looks like a lot of the different body cams and stuff too. So that's interesting. All right. I'm gonna hit play on this. This is an interview with a registered nurse. I think this is the one that came in there and did some of the stuff at some point earlier today when I said she's being awful nice. Like, I don't know if I could be as nice to Lexi as this nurse is, knowing what we know now, you know?
Hey, sorry I'm late.
No, it's okay.
I'm looking for you guys everywhere. So,
No big deal.
all right.
All right, thank you, ma'am.
You're welcome. How you guys doing?
Good, how are you?
Good.
Coming into work?
Yeah.
Okay, and are you Elizabeth Crawford?
Yes.
Detective Gonzalez.
Nice to
Jim
meet
Minter, nice to meet you.
All right.
You're not in trouble.
I know.
Okay.
No.
We just want to start that off with all the interviews.
So if you could you just tell us everything from your contact on January 27th with either the patient or the child, any contact you had from beginning to end?
I didn't have much contact with her until she exited the restroom. I didn't take care of her before that, but
So the
after
patient.
that, I took care of her. Yeah.
Okay, can you tell us what happened?
So she came out of the restroom.
Mhm.
There was a little trail of blood from the bathroom back to her room. We went to her room. I went to get her undressed. The doctor came in, explained to her that she had a miscarriage. Her and her mom had a back and forth about it.
The doctor said she had a miscarriage?
Yeah.
Okay.
She said it seems essentially like, I'm not sure the exact words. So it was a few months ago, but she said, it seems that you've suffered from a miscarriage, which didn't seem totally abnormal. It seemed awful miscarriages before they're very bloody.
Right.
And so.
Was she bloody?
Mhm.
Like
And then there
her
was-
legs? And,
Yeah, she had blood all down her legs, and then there was like blood in the bathroom everywhere. So.
Okay, and you saw that?
Mhm.
Okay.
And then got her in the bed, got her in a gown, helped her clean up. Doc came in, we did the pelvic, essentially, and then HT had come in and took the doctor away, and then I helped her get back in the bed, get her comfortable. I went to go get her blankets. And that's where the baby itself was in that room where the blankets are. So then I went back in there and essentially just took care of her tried to as a postpartum patient from then on.
Right.
That's about it. After that, we had ultrasound come in to essentially make sure there's like no products of conception left in there. I think they did the mom somewhat after the pelvic exam was done.
Were you in there when let's go back.
Okay.
You said you saw blood in the bathroom. Where did you see that?
It was just like on the floor, with like white marks.
Okay.
Essentially, like she had tried to wipe it up.
Was it on the toilet? Was it where exactly was the blood and how much?
It was a good amount. It was like on the floor, essentially.
Okay.
So I don't remember seeing any, like a lot on the toilet or anything like that.
Okay. So when you came into the room, did she say anything? Did you say anything to her?
Once we all figured out what was going on and I went in there, what did we say? She essentially was scared. She was worried that she was going to get in trouble. She did have a back and forth with her mother that was just about like, they had said, oh, the mom was upset because she had had sex and hadn't told her. So they were going back and forth on that. And then she was just denying it, which was a little out of the, wasn't really deniable at that point in time.
Right.
So the patient was denying having sex at this point to her mom.
Yeah, she was trying to state that she was still a virgin.
After she came in from the bathroom and all the blood and all that. Okay.
So did the pelvic, and then I think shortly after that, the mom was in the waiting room after that. And then she was just worried. She was asking me like what was going to happen. I told her obviously I did not know.
Is this when she told you found out she was worried about getting in trouble? Did she tell you anything like?
She didn't say anything about what had happened.
Mhm.
She was just essentially worried that she was just going to get in trouble.
So that's what I mean. Were those the questions she was asking?
Like
so,
what's going to happen to me, like that kind of thing.
Did she ever ask about the baby?
No.
Not once.
and so her folks, her getting in trouble,
Mhm.
and anything other than that she talked to you about?
She did at one point in time when the ultrasound tech was in the room with her, ask if there was anything. She pretty much said, would there be any like bad outcomes if she had stopped taking one medication and stopped taking another? And I said, well, what medications are you talking about? She said, well, what would happen if I stopped taking birth control, started taking weight loss medications? And I was like, I don't know.
It's an odd question.
That's all.
And how long have you been in RN?
9 years, almost 10,
And you live here in Artesia?
in Carlsbad.
In Carlsbad?
So you got her the blankets.
Mhm.
After that, what did you do? Did you have any more contact with the patient?
Yeah, I just popped in periodically and like checked the amount of bleeding, make sure she wasn't like hemorrhaging or anything.
Okay. And then, so until she left, is that what you did? Did you do anything else other than checking on her, make sure she was okay?
Just that.
Did you participate in the pelvic exam?
Yeah, I was in the room.
Okay. Were you able to see, did it appear that she gave birth based on the pelvic exam in your experience?
Would you be able to tell?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
You weren't, okay.
So I've never done OB, so
Okay.
what a pelvic exam looks like after birth, I have no idea. I could say that there was a lot of blood, more than normal, like in a normal pelvic exam, obviously.
Right.
Like we tried to get the suction working because there was so much blood that it wouldn't work, that kind of thing.
Right.
So.
Okay. So after she left, did you do anything else? Have any other contact?
Mm-mm.
And so that was just your side of it? That's everything you did?
Yeah.
Okay. Is there anything we haven't asked as of yet that you think we should know about?
Nothing that I think of.
Okay.
The only thing was just those medications that she was asking about. That was weird.
Just what would happen if you stopped birth control, started weight loss?
Mhm.
And she didn't like expand on that? She didn't tell you why she was thinking that?
No, it seemed obvious in my head though. So.
Could you like tell me why it seemed obvious?
Well, it seemed like she'd been trying to hide this pregnancy from her mother for some time.
Mm-hmm.
So if you know you're pregnant, you're not going to continue taking birth control pills. But if you're trying to hide it, you might start taking weight loss medications. That's just kind of what it seemed like in my head.
Okay, just want to make sure because it seems like it to me. Just want to make sure. I'm not thinking.
And was the argument between her and her mom pretty heated?
I wouldn't say heated. It was awkward.
Awkward.
Yeah, like they were going back and forth, and her mom was definitely angry.
Mm-hmm.
And patient is 19.
Mhm.
Mom is quite a bit older.
Mhm.
Gotcha.
And they never once asked about the baby during the entire time you had contact with her once she left the bathroom? Even after they found out that the baby was found and all that, they never asked anything about the baby.
I did go, now that I think about it, I did go check on the mom just to give her an update. And I think she asked about the situation, like asked what was going on. But I told her I couldn't tell her anything. So I just went to go tell her that like she's being transferred to Roswell.
Right.
And give her an update on her daughter essentially. And that she asked about like what was going on with all of that. She said, what happened to the bathroom? What happened to the bathroom? I said, I can't tell you.
Right. But nothing specific saying
Nothing.
what about the baby?
Correct.
Okay, I don't have.
Y'all.
You got a birthday coming up.
I do.
Happy early birthday.
Thank you.
Hopefully it's better than this. All right, and you're doing okay, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well,
With this, we've asked everybody that we've interviewed that's had something to do with this because it's pretty traumatic. Most people don't
deal with
see
this
that kind of stuff on it. I mean, I know you see death and in your job, but a newborn baby is a little more
Different.
intense.
Yeah.
In my belief. So.
All right. Well, try not to keep you from your job.
Appreciate
Appreciate you
you
coming in.
Appreciate what you do. There's my card.
All right. So that was that for the nurse. Let me watch this one. This is the interview with the charge nurse. Let me just say though, Shiraz, you'd mentioned this. She said, County Hospital, where my husband did his residency, had patients come through the ER covered in swabs and Aryan Nation tattoos. He went all out when they coded too. They just learned to focus on the task. So that's kind of like I think that's something that's pretty cool about doctors and nurses, or good doctors and nurses, is they don't care what the person has done. They're just there to save lives, you know? It's the oath, right? So that's pretty cool.
Hello. Hello. Good. How you doing? Not too bad.
Not bad.
You all right?
Yeah, good.
Haven't seen you in a while. That's a good thing, right?
Well, I don't know. Sometimes yes, sometimes not. You never know what.
Can get you to take the mask off. You're not in trouble.
I know that.
I know, but it's just something we gotta say. So. All right.
You all right?
Mhm.
Haley?
We were talking about some other things.
Oh, okay.
So it has nothing to do with this.
Okay.
I had some problems with some people on the floor, so
Ah, gotcha.
it's always that way.
something.
It's always that way.
There's
Yep.
always something.
Part of being human, right?
And it's part of being in a hospital.
There's that. So, Mr. Halliday,
Yes, sir.
can you just
Tell us your name.
My name is, I go by HT, but my name is Hilliard Truman Halliday. I'm a licensed RN in the state of Oregon and a multi-state compact license throughout the United States.
And how long you been an RN?
10 years.
10 years. And you live here in Artesia?
I live in Hagerman.
You live in Hagerman?
Mhm.
Okay.
I've worked here. I've worked in Ruidoso. I've worked in Tucson at Northwest Medical Center, Oro Valley. They also have a standalone marina, standalone ER. And I also worked at Bay City Area Hospital in Coos Bay, Oregon.
Wow. Okay.
So you've traveled.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes they mute things. I think they mute, they redact the sound out of some of this body camera stuff when they're sharing personal, private information like birthdays, social security number, phone numbers, addresses, that kind of thing. So that's probably why the audio went out. Looked like he tried to keep him from saying something too personal, because he like grabbed his arm and then the nurse looks at the camera and he's probably like, don't say what you're about to say. And it was nothing, I'm sure, regarding the case, but it was probably more you know, who knows. I gotta get ready for a dinner date with my hubs and my daughter. Oh, yay. Lauren said I was already yelling, the sound is gone.
So I know you already told me before, but can you just, from the beginning of your contact with either the mother or the child, can you tell us from the beginning to the end everything that you have had, that you witnessed?
Well, I was the charge nurse at
Okay.
ER that night.
And what is the charge nurse?
Charge nurse is responsible for the overall running of everything that goes on, any problems or any issues or anything needs to be dealt with as far as well, just about anything. You take care of that. Okay, you're in charge of the whole work center. Yeah. Okay. I was doing triage that night, and so we have three positions. We have 3 nurses, 3 positions. You have a triage nurse, and then we have 2 other nurses that take different rooms. Usually it's 1, 3, and 5, or 2, 4, and trauma 2. And then trauma 1 is one of those rooms where usually we don't have anything in there unless it's bad, and everybody kind of just is in there. So I was doing triage, and I was a charge nurse. It was a regular night. I remember she came in with back pain, and they had put her in. They were going to treat her in triage 1 with some regular medications for back pain. But after the doctor examined her, she was a little concerned, I think, because of her heart rate, some other things. So she wanted to move her into a room and do a more extensive workup, which is what they did. At that point, I don't really know anything because she's taken out, she's not really my patient. Okay. So I know that Chris had her. I know that he came to me and said there was some issues because they had ran a pregnancy test on her and they found out that she was pregnant, and she was adamant. The mother was in the room with her and was adamant that he was dying to.
Did you see that? Or did it was
No, Chris came to me and told me this was what was going on in the room because we were having an issue.
Okay.
And he was worried about the mother, the dynamics between the mother and the daughter, because the daughter was completely denying she was pregnant, and the mother was relatively upset about that she was pregnant.
Okay.
Hmm.
So
you're talking about Chris Sanchez.
Chris Sanchez, yeah. Okay. And so I told him, well, as long as she behaves, okay, if it's gonna make her, and he goes, yeah, she's okay. I think it's gonna be fine. So that's the last I heard of it. The next interaction I had was the tech, which was Lori Aragon, come and tell me, HT, you need to go to the bathroom. So I went to the bathroom. There was quite a bit of blood in there. So this was after she came out. She went to the bathroom, was in there for a long time. And Chris was telling me, she won't come out. So I told him, you need to get the key because the bathroom's locked. And so he told her he was going to get the key. And so she came out. But there was some blood in there. So I went to Dr. Vakas and told her, I was worried that she did something to herself physically in the bathroom. The way she reacted being pregnant and the things that I was being told.
How much blood was in the bathroom?
It was smeared around, so it's hard to tell exactly how much. But it was
Okay, so for the sound of this, I was not under the impression that they knew that she was pregnant. So they must have just gotten the results of the pregnancy test back, right around the time that she goes to the bathroom. I mean, so that was like brand new, fresh information, right? But apparently they didn't think she was like far enough along to actually be having it then. That's confusing to me, but
enough to cause me to have concern.
Okay.
I really thought she had done something physically to herself when she found out she was pregnant.
Question: when did she find out she was pregnant?
It was pretty early on because we did the urine first off. Any female that comes in with back pain, we do a urine right away because we're worried about a urinary tract infection. And with any female, when we do that, we always do a pregnancy test to make sure we don't give them medications that would contraindicate pregnancy.
Do you know who told her she was pregnant?
I believe Dr. Vasquez did.
Okay.
I believe. I don't know because I wasn't in the room for that because I wasn't involved with direct care.
Okay.
But I knew she knew fairly soon because we already were having an issue with the mother being upset about her being pregnant.
Prior to going to the bathroom?
Way prior.
Way prior.
Because then they started an IV and then they started running blood work on her because once you find out someone's pregnant, then you run another lab test to see how far along they are.
Okay.
So they started an IV and we're giving her some fluids. I guess I don't know exactly what they were doing. I wasn't involved with that kind of care. But I told Dr. Vasquez she definitely needs a vaginal exam. I'm concerned that she did something to herself. That was my concern. And they took her right into the room. And then I told Lori, call housekeeping. They got to come clean this up. Which time she called Leela, who was on call for housekeeping. Then I was just sitting there, and then the next thing Lori comes and goes, HT, oh my God, you better come to the bathroom. I go in the bathroom and she goes, something's in the trash can. I'm like, I looked in there, there's a clean liner. I'm like, what are you talking about? She goes, pick it up. I picked it, I could feel the weight. I knew then we had a serious problem. I just grabbed the trash can and went right across the hall into trauma 2. The liner was pulled out, but there was another trash bag in there in the bottom, but it was all it was rolled up. So I had to tear it apart. And then, of course, I saw the baby in there. So I pulled the baby out, got him on the bed, checked for signs of life. There was absolutely no life whatsoever. I immediately came out of there after I did that, went into the room where she was performing the vaginal exam, and I immediately told her, you have to come out now. And she came out and we went into trauma 2 and she reassessed the baby. At that time, between me and Chris and her, we determined, there was no reason for us to begin any life saving. The baby was completely gone.
What did the bag look like?
The bag was the original trash bag that was in there. It had trash in it. When I pulled it out, it was spun where it was tight, and then it was folded underneath the baby in there. So it was like a little capsule the baby was in. So when I had to tear that bag open to see the baby in the bottom. If you would look in the trash, I looked in there. When she told me, she was something. I looked. I said, "What are you talking about?" Because there was a clean liner in the trash bag.
So basically, he was in the bottom, trash on top of him,
and then another clean liner had been put on top. Yeah.
Wow.
So then after that, after we determined we were not going to do any work on the baby, I shut the room down and I said, call the police. And then I didn't let anybody, no one went back in that room. I made sure of that till the police arrived.
And you said, so with the blood in the restroom, you said it was like smeared. Can you describe where all it was smeared at?
On the floor, there was some on the toilet, there was some on the wall.
Do you remember which wall?
Well, there's the one wall that's by the toilet,
Mhm.
that's closest to it, where there's a side rail, there was some blood there. There was quite a bit of smearing on the toilet itself. And then on the floor, it was just, smeared around.
Okay. What do you think that is from?
I thought she did something to herself physically.
Okay.
Because she found the interaction between her mother and her daughter
And this
was weird.
And so, but just to make sure, mother is patient's mother,
Yeah,
and then
patient.
daughter is patient.
Yeah, so the daughter is the patient and the mother. The interaction between them after she found out she was pregnant, the way the daughter was reacting she was adamantly denying she was even pregnant. She was denying that she had sex.
And you heard her say that?
Yes, she was denying that openly. So
what did mom say when she said that?
Well, mom was upset. And the mom was saying, I can't believe you. You know you can talk to me. You're supposed to talk to me about this stuff before you were having sex, all those kind of things. She was saying stuff like that, which is pretty common. I mean, this isn't an uncommon thing. I see young girls having sex and they come in and they're pregnant, and then the mother is with them and find out, and it's upsetting to them. You know what I mean? So it wasn't uncommon if that happens.
Finding out your daughter's pregnant is not uncommon. Not the other incident. Not the.
No. I've never seen anything like that.
Okay, just want to make sure. Like,
no.
So just
I've seen lots of young girls come in and find out they're pregnant, and then of course they deny it. It's not uncommon that they deny that. No, mom, I haven't even been having sex. You know what I mean? That's a lot of them's initial reaction, because they feel like they're going to be in trouble. I guess I don't know what they're feeling, but that's not an uncommon reaction that I see with young girls and their mothers, particularly with their mothers in there or father, that they'll deny that they've had sex. That's pretty common.
All right. And so you said it was Lori that called you. You went in, and the liner was still on.
Yeah, there was a clean liner on the top. That's why I was like, "What are you talking about?"
Okay.
And then she said, "Pick it up." And when I picked it up, it was heavy. I was like, "Holy shit!" You know what I mean? I knew right away. I knew. Then I just went straight to trauma 2 with the whole trash can. I just went across the hall and got broke the baby.
So after you, Doc, and Chris, decided there was no resuscitation, what did y'all do after that? What did you do after that?
I made everybody leave the room, and I told Lori, call the police.
But then after that, anything else?
No, I didn't do anything until the police arrived, and they came and asked me what was going on, and I took them into the room and told them this is what happened, this is what we found, and I haven't talked to them yet.
Okay.
I haven't said anything to them.
So between
the officer arrived.
So from the time of declining resuscitation to officer involvement, you didn't have contact with patient or mother?
No.
Okay, just want to make sure.
No, I didn't go in the room till after the policeman showed up, and then I went in there to talk to the patient and asked her why was the baby in the trash can.
And what did she say?
She said that it just came out of her and she didn't know what to do. That's what she told me.
And did she say it was breathing, not breathing?
She didn't say anything. She didn't say anything.
No. She just said it came out. She didn't know what to do.
Right.
Okay. And at that point, did mom say anything?
Mom went kind of a little bit irate, like, "Oh my God, how could you, But I think the mother was in the assumption that it was a miscarriage. And I told her, "Ma'am, that is not the case. This is a full-term baby that was placed in the trash can." And then and that's when I told the mom, "Ma'am, if you can't control yourself, I'm going to have to ask you to leave the room," because she's 19, she's an adult.
Right. And she calmed down?
No, she actually left. She went outside.
And outside to like the waiting room?
To the waiting room, yeah.
Okay.
And then she came back in.
Once she calmed down.
Yeah, and then when she came back in, and then once I talked to the police officer and stuff, some of the family had started showing up. And she went back out there. And at that point, I told them, because the officers asked me to not let anybody in certain rooms. And so I told everybody, and I even went out there and addressed the family, said, I'm sorry, the police are here now. This is kind of an investigation thing. We need to find out what happened. And no one will be allowed back into the working area anymore. Right. And so I kept them in the waiting room.
Did they have any comments?
Not one.
Really?
I was really surprised. Not one person asked me about the baby. If it was alive, if it was dead, if it was a boy, if it was a girl. No one asked me anything. Not even, she didn't even ask. No, she didn't ask. The only thing she started doing was crying and started talking about she didn't know what to do. Not one. I've never seen I've delivered multiple babies and I've seen multiple miscarriages and I've never seen a reaction like that. And I don't even know what to say about that. I've never seen anything like it in my life.
How would you describe the reaction?
I think there was no emotion except for herself. And she really wasn't even crying tears. She was just, and the only thing she was upset about was that I think she was going to be in trouble with her mother. That was her only concern, in my opinion. There was no concern for the baby. No one asked me any questions about the baby. Not even the family members, when I went out there and talked to them, did they say, normally people, I would think, would say, was it a boy, a girl? No one asked me one question about the baby at all. Not one.
Wow.
The whole time?
The whole time. No one asked me anything about the baby's condition, if it was a boy or a girl, anything, nothing.
Okay. Did you have any interaction with her when I know she was flown to Roswell. Did you have any interaction with her then?
Because when we looked at the baby, the umbilical cord was still completely attached. So then I had concerns about her health. When a baby comes out like that, we worry about the placenta being still attached, which causes the mother to bleed. Mm-hmm. So at that point, our concern was about her.
Right.
And getting her somewhere. Probably I envisioned that she probably was going to have what we call a DNC to get the rest of the placenta out of her to make sure she'd be okay. So I was in there explaining to her, this is what's going to happen. We're going to have to fly you to Loveless for you can see an obstetrician to take care of this stuff. So I explained what we were going to be doing with her at that point. But it was just basically, my job telling her, this is what I need to do to make sure you're safe and you are okay with that.
There was no more conversation about the baby or
I didn't have any conversations with her about the baby at that point. No. My only conversations with her were about what I needed to do to ensure her health.
And at that point, Mom still hadn't asked about the baby?
No, Mom was already out in the waiting room at that point. Okay. We didn't let her back in. But no, she didn't. Okay. Now I know that I had because I had called the house supervisor to come down because this is a big deal. And I know that she kind of intervened on some things in the room. I don't know exactly what they talked about. Right. But I know that Marina was visibly upset about the conversation she had with her.
Yeah, we talked to her yesterday.
Right. So I don't know what their conversation was. I know that Marina was quite upset about the conversation they had. That's all I can say. As you can tell, right. I could tell Marina was upset. Right. As long as most everybody, which was after that point, my job was I had to get back. We still had patients coming in. I had ambulances coming in. I had 2 ambulances show up. I had more patients coming on the floor. I was down 3 beds because I had them coordinated off. So at that time, my attention turned to I have to get everybody functioning. Right. Which not only did I have to do that with the nurses to get them back, I had to pull the doctor aside and get her focused because she was visibly upset. Right. So that was my mind frame at that time was I have to get these people back. We got to, we have sick people still. Can't do anything else. I mean, it sounds cold, but that was my mindset is I have, we had sick people and we had ambulances coming in and I have to get these people back online. We have to get back to work. We have to function. Right.
Yeah, the ER still has to function.
I have to roll.
Okay. Is there anything we haven't asked you think we should know?
I'm just going to tell you this. I've never, ever seen a reaction like that girl. I don't even know what to say about it. There was zero emotion. I don't even know what to say. I've never seen anything like it. I've seen women that are only married or not married, but pregnant for 6 weeks and they lose their baby and they're a mess.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? That girl went into that bathroom, made no sounds at all, and the baby came out of her. And I don't even know how she functioned that way to do what she did and with no emotion. I've never seen anything like it.
And it was a pretty good sized baby. Pretty good size.
It looked term to me.
Yeah, me too.
I mean, it was term. I can't tell you that was, but the only thing that upsets me the most is I understand she was scared, and I think her mother had a big dynamic on her, and I understand that. I mean, I think her mother was probably pretty controlling. I don't know that. I'm just speculation.
I believe it.
But she gave me no chance to save that baby.
Mm-hmm.
I had no chance. And that's not what I do. My job is to save lives. And I had no chance on that baby. She gave me no chance. And we are a facility that you can drop the baby off, no questions asked. You can just leave the baby and go. I don't care, as long as you bring the baby to a safe. We are one of those type of hospitals, so it's hard to fathom what was going on in her mind. I don't know. I've never seen anything like that, and I pray to God I never see it again. I mean, it was like I don't even like TV shit. You know what I mean? Right. Shit, I don't even know what to say, man. It was crazy.
All right. We appreciate what you do.
Oh,
I know we've done a lot of things together. I appreciate what you do.
It's my job
every day.
I appreciate it.
It's not just a job. It's a calling, and we can tell that you take it to heart.
Well,
I truly, as a father, I truly appreciate what you do.
Well, it is very upsetting what transpired.
Yeah.
And it's like I said, it's hard to choke down when you don't even have a shot.
Right.
She didn't even get a shot at that kid.
Right.
So it's hard. Yeah.
Well, I know you've been doing it a while, so if you need to talk to somebody, don't hold it in.
Well,
get to talking to somebody.
It's just one of those things you got to put in a case and put it away.
I know.
Go to work.
I know. I've done it many times.
So you know what I'm saying.
Well, if you have any questions, let us know. Cynthia has my contact info.
Right, Margaret?
If we need to get a hold of you, it's okay. Is it okay to get a hold of you again?
Absolutely, man.
Okay.
Yeah. In my opinion, that kid didn't have a chance. And I don't know what she did or didn't do. Can't say for sure. But I know she gave me no chance.
Right.
And that's all that matters to me. I didn't get a chance.
You get a chance to do your job.
I didn't get a chance to save that kid. And I believe wholeheartedly in my every fiber of being I'd have saved that kid. Or we would have got that, he'd had a shot. We'd have got him out of here alive. I don't know, but you know what I mean? I like I said, I don't know. I didn't inspect the child that closely. Once we looked him over and, there was no signs of life and he was gray and there was absolutely no heartbeat. There was nothing, to present life. But I always feel like I always have a shot.
Right.
With whatever comes through my door.
This is the one you didn't have that option.
I didn't have an opportunity. I mean, I've delivered, a month or so prior to that, we had a lady come in that was breech. The kid was hanging out or blue. And that kid is alive today and well.
That's good.
So, I really feel like we didn't get a shot.
Okay.
All right, well, try not to hold it in too long, all right?
That is what it is.
Well, you're in that line of work, it just keeps piling.
Yeah. That's how it goes.
Yeah. All right, well, appreciate it.
No problem.
Hopefully don't keep you too long from work.
I'm finna go start right now.
All right.
Texas Avila, charged with attempted murder in the.
All right. You guys. Mm, hold on a second. The house supervisor. Okay. Mhm. Okay, I think this is the last interview I'm going to share for today. This is with the house supervisor. So we're going to watch this one. And then, like I said, I'm going to call it done for the day after this one's over. And then maybe in the next video or the next live stream, we'll go into the her arrest, and take a look at some of the more, legally things that's happened so far. So, yeah, we'll do that. We'll do that. Sound good with you guys? Sound good with you guys? All right, let's watch this one. I have a Walmart pickup order I gotta go pick up soon. Hmm. All right.
Hello.
Oh, Lord.
Is that a bad thing? I'm Marina.
I've met you before.
I have seen you lots of
I've
times.
met you too.
So Detective Gonzalez, Corporal Mentor, Detective Mentor.
Okay.
So we're just talking about the incident happened on January 27th.
Okay.
Can you just tell us from the beginning of your contact
Oh Lord. I know I've seen this before, but I don't know if I'm gonna be able to handle her chewing this gum, y'all. I don't know.
with the patient or the baby from last contact with
Incident?
either? Yes.
Okay. So I was up at the medical floor, and the ER tech had called and said, the doctor wants you to call in the on-call lady for the ultrasound. So I'm like, okay. So I called in the ultrasound tech, and then I don't know how much time lapsed. I don't know that the house supervisor phone rang again, and it was the girl from the lab. And she's like, Marina, they need you here in the ER right now. And I was like, okay, what's going on? Because I had noticed the ER board on the computer. There was like maybe 2 or 3 patients in the ER. I'm not sure. And she's like, well, and I'm like, it's okay. I could just tell by her voice something was wrong. So we hang up and I take off to the ER. And as I'm coming in through the radiology department into the ER, I meet up with Lori and HT, who was the charge nurse that night. And HT says, okay, look, this is what's happened. This girl came in with abdominal pain. And once we put her in a room, she said she needed to go to the bathroom. We let her go to the bathroom. And she was there for a good while. They had several attempts to knock on the door and ask her, hey, are you okay? Do you need any help? And she said no. She was okay. And so I guess they felt like she was in there for too long. So they were like, hey, you need to come out. They went to get the little key that could open the door. And, excuse me. So I guess when they opened the door, they saw that she was cleaning. She was trying to clean blood. They said it was a horrible, gory, bloody mess in that bathroom. I did not see that. So
So then they walked her back, I guess, to her room, which was ER room 2. They walked her back to the room, and at this time we still didn't know that there was a baby. So they said that they went back into the ER room 2, and I guess they reported to the doctor saying, hey, here's all this blood, like something's going on. And of course, you start thinking of like, what if she tried to do this? What if she tried to do that? Like they didn't know. So then the ultrasound tech still hadn't got to the hospital at that time yet. So the doctor's like, you know what, I need to probably do like a pelvic exam to look, because like what's going on? Why is there so much blood? So the charge nurse HT says that, they were in the room and probably trying to set up for the pelvic exam when Lori, the ER tech, had already called Leela, the housekeeper. Hey, can you come and clean this bathroom? Because there's a lot of blood. So Leela went to clean, and she had already been cleaning pretty much everything when they said that the last thing that she left in the trash can, and she realized that it was heavy. And so then she was like, like this is weird because this bathroom trash has never been heavy. So she said that when she looked, that she wasn't sure what it was, but she kind of thought that what she was seeing was maybe like a baby. So she said that she yelled out for Lori, and Lori went in there and grabbed it, and I guess sure enough realized that there was a baby in there. So Lori yelled out for HT, or went to get HT. I'm not sure exactly.
Were you at the nurse's station at this point?
No, they still had not told me about that because they didn't know that there was a baby. So I was still at the medical floor.
Okay.
And so then HT, when he's telling me this story, HT tells me that he goes, grabs the trash can, and he lifts the bag, realizes
Oh, hi,
there's a baby in
Susan.
there,
Welcome.
so he takes it right across the hall to trauma 2, tears open the bag, realizes the baby's there, and it was
you
lifeless.
didn't witness any of this?
So at the time he's telling me that, so he's like, so come on. He's telling me everything I just said is from HT's story.
Okay.
And so then he's like, so come on, here it is. And so I walk into the trauma 2 room, and sure enough, the baby's on the gurney where he had placed the baby, lifeless. And the trash can is right by the gurney. So, like, of course, I was in utter shock. Like, we were all just in shock. And so they had already called the police. The doctor, I think initially at the time, was about to do a pelvic exam to look to see where all this blood was coming from. And HT had gone and told her, hey, I need you right now. Like, you need to come with me. And took her to trauma 2, showed her what had happened.
And were you still in trauma 2?
So no. So that happened like before.
Oh, okay.
That happened before I got there. So then when HT told me all of that, when I came out of trauma 2, HT and Dr. Vasquez, and the authorities, the police officers were just getting there. And I know that Dr. Vasquez went and HT went out like to that little area inside the hospital, but like where the ambulance comes in, and they kind of were giving the police like a heads up of what had happened. Mm-hmm. So then after that, I really didn't know what happened, because I was on the phone with my chain of command, because I needed to know, like, this has never happened. I didn't, as a house supervisor, I didn't know what I needed to do, if there was any paperwork that I needed to do, if we were supposed to register this lifeless body. Like, I didn't know. So
you called your chain of command for guidance?
I called, yeah, for questioning. So I called Patty, who's the CNO Patty Bartok, and I called her and I said, hey, look, this is what's going on, and I need to know what I need to do for legal purposes. And so she was like, well, Marina, like, I don't really know. Let me have you call Cindy Buck, Cindy Buck is like in charge of medical records, and she deals a lot with the birth certificates or death certificates. And so she said, so why don't you call her, and then I'll get legal on the team, on the phone, and see if I can find out what needs to be done. So, but then after
Wow.
that, like I was on the phone with Cindy, and then after that, like Patty was calling me, and then all of administration basically were calling me, like.
And is that your job?
That's my job.
That's your job.
Yeah, as a house supervisor, like I'm in kind of charge of like everything that happens during the night in this facility. And so, and even Dr. Salgado called me and was wanting to see what had happened. And he told me that he was awake. He was already planning on coming in, to speak to the doctor. And so, Cindy Buck actually had told me, okay, like, yes, we need to register the baby. And like as if
Something I just thought about. It's cool. Now the detective on the right side of the screen, like over here, this guy, he's an older guy, right? No shade, no shade. This guy over here, this detective here is you know, um I'd say 30s something. Um and he's taking like hardcore notes, like hardcore handwriting notes, right? I mean, so is the other detective. They both are. They're both note takers. Um, but it's like this, it's just funny to see that versus, or, you know what I mean? I just find that interesting.
or whatever, like infant, but infant
Most
male, but
detectives do take
um,
handwritten notes,
there's
just
also like a paper that
anyway, but
I
still.
need you to, ask her. There's a paper that you need to ask her, and the nurses fill out. And it's very important that that we know whether or not the baby took a breath or whether or not the baby did not take a breath. And I said, okay, well, so at that time I said, because every nurse by that time had been telling me that this patient had been kind of changing up little bits and pieces of her story while she was in the presence of her mom, I guess. So when I said, okay, I'll try to, get the truth out of her, then Cindy was like, well, whether you have to ask the mother to leave the room, but we need to know. Mm-hmm. So I went and I found the form that Cindy was talking about, and I go into the patient's room and I introduce myself. And I said, there's just a few questions that I need to ask you. And most of it was like,
Patricia, that's cute. And I would say, yeah. Yeah. Y'all, if I take my vitamins after eating some donut holes, that practically negates the donuts. Yes, absolutely it does. Absolutely. And I love you changed your profile picture back. Look at you. Super cute. Hey, Jacqueline. Hi and welcome. She says, hello. Will this go to trial? It's, I need to do some more digging, but as far as I know, it's still supposed to go. I think it's either scheduled for sometime in August or sometime in October, and I can't remember which. I need to look. Welcome. You're a first timer. I've had a lot of first timers in here the last couple of days. That's very exciting. Hi and welcome. I hope you'll hang around. Consider clicking that subscribe button and the thumbs ups and all of that. But I'm gonna see. I'm gonna watch. Keep an eye out and see. I'm gonna do some more digging tonight. See if I can find out more information about her trial date. And if anybody is like in the chat wants to Google the trial date and see, please do so. Let me see. Welcome to the cafe, Jacqueline. Right. She says we're looking for new information since Karen Reed has settled down. I know, right? I know. Karen Reed is over with, and it's like everybody can just go for a minute. At least that's how I feel. I mean, I know that's not how his family feels. I know his family feels very much unsettled. And I'm sure Karen does too, right? But as for me, I love me a good Boston accent, but I'm so thankful that that's over with for now. We'll see how it goes in the future. See if they're going to come back for round 2.
First and last name, date of birth, social security number, which she didn't know, and then whether or not she knew, whether or not she took any kind of medications, and then so I said, right now it's very important that you're very.
All right, so looks like Lauren says pretrial is July 22nd. And her jury trial is August 26th. Okay. So, I'm just kind of wondering if she's not going to come up with if they're not going to come up with some sort of plea deal before then. I don't know. I don't know. Lee, you do have one of those accents. You certainly do. You certainly do. Thank you, Lauren. So one of the articles that we had read yesterday said October. So they must have bumped it up. I'm not positive. But it was something that I had read a couple days ago about her trial coming up that made me want to share this story or talk about this story with you guys because like I said before, I watched it when it first came out. I watched all of the body camera back then, all of these interviews. I'm sure I missed bits and parts and pieces, right? But I was like, ooh, if she's got a trial coming up soon, I want to discuss this. Glad to see there's a bunch to catch up on, Chaloon. Well, after this there's like I think about 5 minutes left of this video interview with this house supervisor. Once that's over, I'm done for the day. I've got a Walmart order I gotta go pick up, you guys. And then gonna hang with the family because we got some pretty weather. Unless it's changed. It was nice and it was very hot and humid. But anyway. I heard that the Kentucky mom who killed her 2 kids might get a plea deal, even though the family really wanted the death penalty. Which one is that, Patricia? Who is that one? Margaret says, I think we talked about this yesterday. She's probably going to trial because she thinks her mom's she and her mom's smart enough to convince a jury she didn't know that there was a baby coming. I got you, Margaret. Yeah. Yeah, talking about people thinking that they're smarter than everybody else, and yeah. Tiffany Lucas. Why do I not know that name? Why do I not know that name? I need to look into that. Goodness gracious. Okay. Let's finish this up. So very sad. I'm sorry. I don't remember that one. Maybe I would if I saw their photos. When did this happen, Patricia? Your eye holes are still dilated. I didn't read that right. It's all right. It's all right.
Very honest and truthful with me. I said, and it was just she and I in the room. And
Mom wasn't there?
Mom was not there.
Okay.
And I said, did your baby take at least one breath when it first happened? Did it take at least one breath, or was it not breathing? And then she kind of looked at me in the face and the eyes, and she was like, well, can I tell you? And I said, tell me what? And she said, so I've been having this bad abdominal pain, she said, and we came here to the ER, and when they brought me back here to this room, I felt like I needed to go poop. She said, and I asked if I could go to the bathroom. She said, and so when they said, yeah, that I could go to the bathroom, she said, when I sat on the toilet, she said, it just all fell out. And she said, but when I had it in my arms, it wasn't breathing, it wasn't moving. And so, of course, you want to be very, very judgmental at that time, and you have to bite your tongue sometimes. But, you know, my first reaction was like, I wanted to say, hey, well, then why wouldn't you call us for help? But I didn't. She said, so he wasn't moving, he wasn't breathing. So I just placed him in there.
Was that the last contact
And
you had with her?
Then,
Jesus.
So then I asked, so do you have, was it a steady boyfriend? She said yes. And then I said, did he know that you were pregnant? And she was like, no. I said, did you know that you were pregnant? And she said, no.
Okay, yeah, I do know
And then
I know
I
the
said, so do
Tiffany
you
Lucas,
want
yeah.
to?
Yeah, I remember her. I do remember this story. Yeah, Patricia. I remember seeing her and thinking, "Oh wow, she's a pretty girl," you know. But yeah, I do remember this. Mhm. Her 6-year-old and 9-year-old boys. Like it's a broken toy and you can replace it with a new one. Girl, no. Right? Lauren, I know. Just like pitch it in the trash. Like it's nothing. Patricia said she was charged sometime last year. She claimed that Facebook made her do it or something stupid like that, allegedly. Lord have mercy. I remember hearing about the story. I didn't remember the name, but I do remember the face. I need to look into it. But did you say that she's going to take a deal? Is that what let me go back and look. Might get a plea deal. I heard that the Kentucky mom who killed her 2 kids might get a plea deal, even though the family really wanted the death penalty. Okay. Yep, that's exactly how she acted. Like it was a broken toy. You can just throw it in the trash.
Include him because there was a section for like the birth certificate. And I said, so do you want to put his name down as the father? And she said, for what? And I said, this is all new to me too. So this would probably be for the birth certificate as well as a death certificate. And she said no, that she didn't want to put him down. And I said, okay. So I think she had to sign it. And she signed it, and then that was it. That was the only contact that I had with her. And then, of course, they were transferring her to Roswell to be seen by an actual OBGYN doctor. But that because after that, I was just on the phone with my administration team.
Because you're in charge of like the whole operation, so you just had to make sure everything was flowing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I had to make sure that if there was paperwork that needed to be signed or filled out, that I needed to make sure that that was done before she got transferred out.
Okay, so you just handled her paperwork before she got transferred out. So you said, how long have you've been here? A while.
Yeah, I've been here at this hospital for 23 years.
Oh.
Yeah.
Going back to when you were talking to her and she said it wasn't breathing.
Yeah.
And did she say I just placed it in the trash?
She
or
just
what?
said I didn't know what to do. She said I didn't know what to do. So I mean, and I don't even really, to be completely honest, I don't know if that was her wording that she placed it in there. I don't know. I don't remember her wording, but I just know that she said it just all came out and she had it in her hands and that she didn't know what to do. She didn't know what to do at the time. And so I'm like, I don't want to say that she said that she placed it because I don't remember.
That's okay. You don't have to.
That's fine. That's fine.
So, other than what we asked you, is there anything else we didn't ask that you think we should know?
Welcome back, Steph.
That I'm aware of, I don't
Okay.
think.
All right. Well, if you have any other things that you like tomorrow, you're like, oh, I forgot to tell them this.
Did you have a good nap?
Cynthia has my contact information, so you
Okay.
can let her know.
Okay.
And that's Minster's contact information.
Okay.
If you have any more questions, comments, anything you want to add, okay?
Okay.
Thank you for
Sounds
coming
good.
in.
You're welcome. Thank
Appreciate
you.
you.
All right, you guys. So we watched about 3.5 hours worth of body cam today and interviews. We did a good job. We did a mighty good job. And we saw some new faces in the chat today. That was very exciting. Very, 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 very exciting. And thank you, my cafe family, for making the new ones feel welcome in the chat. I appreciate that. Margaret says, I need a nap too. My dilated eye holes are tired. Lauren says, okay, that I can understand that she didn't know what to do, but you don't throw a baby in the trash. I understand that too. I mean, like we said, I think it was Shiraz that said she looks and acts like a 15-year-old. And I agree with that. She does. She doesn't act, or while she was in that hospital bed, the way she was reacting and to her mother and stuff, she didn't. I would have never just looked at her and said, that's a 19-year-old woman or a 19-year-old lady, girl, gal, young lady, young woman, whatever. No. I would have assumed she would have been 15, 16 years old based on what she looked like and how she was acting. But, so I understand the not knowing what to do, but your normal human reaction should not be to throw an infant, whether it's dead or alive, in a trash can and try to cover it up. That's not what you do as a good human. And I understand the fear. She was afraid of what her mom would do. I understand that. But it's still not an excuse, you know. People, it's not an excuse. So You did have a good nap. I saw you said earlier that Mercury was snuggling your giving you snuggles, and you was like, I need a nap. I understand that. Yeah. That's how Poppy is. Poppy, my Boston Terrier, she's like a literal furnace. And when she if I lay down in my chair, in my recliner, or in my bed, or on the couch, wherever, she's right there. And she likes to get up right up against me. And it's fine in the wintertime because she's so warm. But in the summertime, sometimes I'm like, whew, ma'am. Um, sorry, I got something that popped up on my phone. Um, I need to look into that too. Somebody else just posted about another story. I get stuff on my Twitter, like Twitter notifications all day, every day. All right. But I'm glad that you got a nice nap, Steph. I'm glad. Margaret says she's a college student now, and I read on the interwebs that there is a petition to get her kicked off campus. Yeah, I heard that too. They're doing stuff to try to get her kicked off campus. I saw you said your head, and I was like, wait a minute. Earlier you said your leg, and then I was like, well, maybe she like just kind of plopped up there on Steph's head and was like, if I fits, I sits, right? So that's how cats are. If I fits, I sits. So, this story, I haven't have you guys heard of this? Somebody on Twitter said dumped in dumpster, rumored pregnant Rachel Sheridan, 24, murdered. Does that sound familiar, or is that like a new story? That doesn't sound familiar to me. I don't know. Let me know in the chat if that sounds new to you. Or is that an ongoing, like something that's been going on, or a brand new, like news story? I need coffee, you guys. I'm going to go to Walmart and pick up my Walmart order. And I'm going to go to Dunkin' because I haven't been there yet. They opened up a new Dunkin'. And I'm going to go get me some Dunkin'. Ew, yeah, I'm not going in the store, Margaret. No. I'm going and not if I can help it. I won't go in that store. Nope. All right, so apparently nobody's heard of that one yet. I'm going to have to look into it, but curbside pickup, yes ma'am. I will, Patricia. I will. And if I get in the pool, I'll be getting in once the sun goes down. Cuz that water is probably going to be nice and warm today. I'm going to take a screenshot of this so I don't lose it. But anyway, you guys have a fantastic rest of your night. My plan is to go live tomorrow. I want to do a live stream tomorrow. I know that tomorrow is the 4th of July. But I do want to go live tomorrow and if you guys are available, you can join. If for whatever reason something happens, thanks for my skin. Yeah. The sunburn is still there. But it, like I said, it doesn't hurt anymore. It just itches. But it'll be later at night before, there's fireworks and things. So, happy 4th to all of my American buddies. Thank you, Chaloon. Thank you, Chaloon. Probably not the other Steph. I'm not positive yet. But you guys, thanks for joining me today. It was, like I said, it was good to have some new faces in here. But I plan to be back tomorrow, probably around the same time. And I would like I said, to go over the her arrest. There was a couple other interviews I remember seeing for where they talk with the mom again, I think at the hospital. They meet with her and something else. But anyway, I'd like to go over that and then also talk about the wrongful death suit things. So, Steph said I have absolutely nothing going on tomorrow, so I appreciate the company. All right, you guys get out of here. But if I don't, my plan is to be here tomorrow. Okay. If for whatever reason I don't see you tomorrow, if the husband or the family decides that we're not going to be here tomorrow for whatever reason, which I doubt, but then I hope that you have a happy 4th of July, and we'll see you back, I guess, on Friday. And you guys stay safe. All right. And happy 4th of July to everyone. And that's it. I love you guys. And we'll see you all later, taters. Bye.